six, five, four, three, two. You bitch, you.
You are now listening to the Non Millennial Millennials podcast brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
I got it right this week. Bitch, I got it right this
Look,
week. Back.
a little. I'm glad you got it right, but I'm just a little just thrown off by the fact that you dropped a bomb, but while one bomb was dropping, there was another one dropping on that bomb, and it happened. So there wasn't a proper explosion and shit. You making it seem like an asteroid done hit the Earth, and I don't really like that. That's bad juju. But we
Well,
here.
Sunday is approaching very soon, my friend. And for those of you that don't know, we'll educate you very soon.
We nobody on any fucking thing, but
Hey, we educate people just as much as any other realistic news network out here or media network out here.
uh,
We do just as much as they
news. I think pretty much about 35 to 25% true.
do.
Biased. So I think we're along the measures of that. I think we're all on the measures of that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, some of our DSPs that we can, put through has different stuff that we can't censor the greatness that is. But
I mean, sometimes you just gotta acknowledge things happen in Grand Theft Auto.
nothing happens in Grand.
We are here.
I don't live in the multiverse, sir. I do not.
I
I
think we
guess I
all
do live in the. Yeah, I think we do
we
live
all
in the
do, nigga.
multiverse, but we're not experiencing the multiverse in its multiverseness. We're experiencing it in our. It's some good
In our
weed.
own
Who are you?
verse. In our own verse. This is why it's special, sir. And we'll get to that later as well. IBs, if you didn't know and you don't know, and you're still awake at 4:14 a.m. if you're on the East Coast, or if you're in London, shout out to all my new homies. It's whatever time it is over there. IBs, the one and only motherfucking busy 9-3. Who is that? The motherfucking can't go down, aka motherfucking Kwame Khalifa. I have said motherfucker so many times, this is already demonetized. I also be the one and only cricket court jester. Some call me the cricket court jester. Why? Because I like to crack a joke from time to time. And every now and again, when I travel the multiverse, not everybody likes it. I'm also known as the Tiki Torch Nazi daughter Slayer. That's just in 616. You know what I'm saying? In this universe, we get it together, but every now and again, you got to venture to the woods and slay a dragon or two, if you know what I mean. I am also Captain Dr. Science. Praise all science, all hail young busy, all hail new busy, and all hail the lab coat that is so far non-existent because bitch, I'm working on it. And we back.
I'm glad that finally, by the way, just misleading the fan base. And you know what? Since you done already demonetized us, we drop. I'm gonna let the world know that I am the A1 on the mic, the one known as the Jose Ortega, the one hailing from the home up bitch and tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel. Yeti, also known as the hear the bombs drop, the mighty rum lord, as tequila Papi, also known as Martin Quarantino, but we free now, so we out. You feel me? Also known as to you many across the universe and multiverse as 2023 space.
Yeah,
Also the one that's dropped from the rafters, straight elbow coming down like Goku, like yeah. stereo.
Yeah.
You don't even know. A kung fu kick drop too, as well, because damn it, one and only, and some of you, I'm your uncle, Tito Lee. Wah! And it's the
Yeah.
non-millennial millennials podcast, episode 205. We here, we in this bitch. There's been greatness
Hey,
that has been dropped in the
it
multiverse.
is.
There's
I am.
fuckery that we
Oh my
need to get
goodness.
to and correct in this world, in this multiverse, in this universe. We got a whole multiverse and universe of shit we got to talk about this week. God damn it.
I am so happy to say it is Kung Fu Kenny Friday, and it is also Friday the 13th. At least it was supposed to be. It is now Saturday, but I feel like I should set the tone for this podcast. One of the drops I prepared, and I feel like this is how Kung Fu Kenny came in on you niggas.
Hashtag this nigga lying, your honor. Hashtag I don't believe these niggas. Hashtag don't let a nigga pray for these niggas, God.
You feel me? Don't let a nigga pray for these niggas. Let's get it out the
Jesus.
way. Kung Fu Kenny did a whole therapy session on you niggas.
You know what? Before you even get to it, before you even say the whole thing, we gonna incorporate this in this topic into a let this bitch breathe. I'm just gonna say, right now, in this moment, come to me and talk to me no more and put Kung Fu in the same box with Aubrey and Jermaine no more. I'm sorry. He has transcended these niggas. He's gone now. He did. He like, it's like when you see Hotline Bling, and then he'd be like, damn, nigga, really? He did that. Damn, nigga. And then he came through with a whole morale check, and he had niggas tap dancing. He had little nigglets tap dancing on the record. I just need to be known. He not no more. He not. He universal. I'm just.
I would be a liar if I said I felt that you were lying. But at the same time, it is Kung Fu Kenny Friday. We have waited, people. I don't know how many days.
This today.
Over 1,000, over 1,500 of them, I believe. We have waited days. And that nigga told you, bitch, I had writer's block. I'm sorry. But you know what? I had to take my time. It's only
At the
so
writer's
many people. It's only so many people that can take their time, and then you get a product that is worthy of anything, much less. I'm not gonna go that far. I've only given it one listen, but you know, I mean, it's better than damn. Off the top, damn, you give it 1 or 2 listens, you know it's great. This one,
I still.
you gotta sit with this.
Man.
I've heard it one time
Kung
all the
Fu
way
Kenny
through.
album.
You gotta sit with this one. Yeah,
You gotta sit with
this one.
everyone.
It's specific to a specific group of people. It was made for selfish and selfless reason. And I also think that despite how you feel about any other album in his catalog, just giving that the one listen I gave it to, if you can't tell that what he's rapping about, how he feels, and anything he's stood for is really what the fuck he's talking about. If you thought it was some sugar in the blood of his hip hop, it's not there.
Look, I have, Kendrick Lamar projects downloaded to my phone, and I listen to Damn and to Pimp. Like it's in library. I listen to them albums regularly, shuffle throughout the week regularly. I think those two albums point are some of my favorite albums of all time.
Right.
Now I'm not going top 5, top 10, top 15. Greatness. I'm not gonna rank them because then that's a whole nother story.
Right.
But whether it was good, bad, transcendent, I had this because of how long he's really been doing this. And this is the reason why I said he did these motherfuckers. That we put him in. We both have conversations where we were like, he's in the new Kings category.
Yeah.
Kings category. Where it was like, you there with the niggas that's really setting the tone now. Lead the way. But we done figured out today who the fuck really, like, we figured that out today. It was like, who Iron Man. And he done transcended the whole shit. Whole another level. Now, I was okay, though.
You don't lie about a lot of things.
This album being, with this album, shitty. Or, I wouldn't say shitty. Subpar our previous standards of. And I thought about it before I listened to the album. Because downloaded to the phone, whole 9. I had like a 15-20 minute mode where I'm smoking. If this isn't what I really want, or I don't want, if this isn't as good as I hope it is.
That was one of my
I wouldn't really.
So I'm glad you said that like that.
Yeah. Like, is it fair to be highly critical of it if it is? Or on the same comparison to somebody else or who I think is who has a subpar where it's like, yeah, this one was, but nigga, you gonna compare it to the other body, you still can't fuck with his stuff. And I thought to myself, I'm like, fine, it'd be cool. He would have worked long enough and been influential enough to compare him to the kings of that category. They've all had one. It's like, shocking.
I mean, and if we're calling anything he's done a dud, then the other two we're talking about have had multiple. If we're talking about whole discography.
But yeah, but this goes into a thought.
And to be clear, we're talking about Cole and Drake, right?
Yes.
Right. So
like to further,
they got multiple misses compared to his main.
Exactly. Goes into a. Well, I smoke. I have some of my great meditation moments. I thought about it, and I was like, and this is the exact thing I was thinking about. For a fact, in my opinion, in Drake's catalog, and I went through and just thought about really good or great, what was mid, and what was trash. That I could think of. That's just like that I fuck with on a daily basis, or then I'm like, all right, let's air on my list of 100 top 1. All right, what about 9? Got a couple duds. He got a couple great ones. Let's think about Jay. A couple mids. I think 1 dud. Couple. You know what I mean? Some things. Like
What's Jay's
for
one
certain
dud?
legends, huh?
What's
Jay's one dud.
Yeah.
What was
I don't think he has a
it?
dud album. I think he's had dud songs. I don't think he has a dud
I would.
album.
You know what? The one I
Go back to
in Jay's whole discography is in my lifetime
Volume
too.
3. Really? I
Yep.
go back to 2 more than 3. 3 is probably when I go to the least.
2. Also,
I just
as
went to
time
the
is gone.
Dynasty the other
Also,
day.
I'm like, as a matter of fact, this is what I to. And I can't believe I'm about to say this shit out.
the world's gonna hate me, but I don't care.
Say,
Blue
hold up.
Fucking trash.
like I was just like, yo,
Lies.
yo,
Lies.
Blueprint 3 is trash.
Lies.
I had to go back.
Lies.
I had to go back because I was, yo,
Run
Blueprint
that
3 is
back.
trash.
Yeah, run that back. No, it's not.
Yo. You know why? You know what? Know why? It really
Good. Only half the album. The singles,
Gotta
singles.
add a
Thank
blue
you.
sound effect to this motherfucker.
pro. And if
Stars, if you like it.
I will stand by that. I said it at the now I'm what is it?
I don't understand niggas like you. You ain't the only one, dog. You not the only one. I don't understand people like, what do you mean Forever Young is trash?
That shit.
How and why?
That shit
is trash.
The original version, not hitting like that. I'll give it to you.
Both versions.
J version
oh my
is
God,
garbage.
This is the
J
sample
version is
you
garbage,
want to
bro.
use.
J version is garbage, bro.
Blueprint 3 is trash. I'm sorry. I bought the album, nigga. Like Jay had my money.
I did too.
Say it. I'm sorry, but it was like a revelation.
What about the album is trash other than Venus and Mars and Hate?
But now we got to go into it. Now this is supposed to be all about. This is
Venus
supposed
and Mars Hate is the only one
about Kung Fu Kenny,
on that album.
and we.
God. You the one brought up Blueprint 3, motherfucker. I'm gonna bring you up too. Don't you dare! How dare you?
Off that is trash.
It's timely. It's timely.
Fuck you.
Off that is
Reminder.
2008. You know.
Where's hold on. All right. No, it wouldn't give me the full track list. Yeah.
Only trash shit on it.
Trash.
Only trash.
Because like I said, the singles, you got Death for Auto Tune, Run the Sound, Empire State of Mind. Those are the singles off the bitch.
And on to the next one. That was Young Forever was a single.
I don't like that. I'm about to say I don't even like that, John. Like
what?
Real for real.
The next one?
Played out. Off that Stars Born, Venus versus
Mars. Our reminder.
You don't like Already Home? How do you not like Already Home?
I wasn't a fan of that collaboration.
I'm a Jay-Z.
How did you hear the lyrics and the humming and then be like, this ain't it? How did you hear both of those things together on that beat and be like, this ain't it?
I didn't think it was it for Jay.
Could have worked for a lot of other motherfuckers. It's not him.
Everything don't work, bro.
You sound retarded.
As great as Hove is,
I didn't think that track should have been for him. I don't even think Forever Young should have been for him.
I think he wanted to do Forever Young. I
It
think
sounds
Already
it
Home
sounds
happened,
it sounds
and they
like
both
It
worked,
sounds like
especially for
initial attempt.
2008.
it sounds like the first initial attempt to become why
musically.
like
It sounds like the first
attempt at Terry.
Oh my God, Kanye's not even on the song. Did Kanye make that beat? Wait, hold on. Did Kanye make that beat? I gotta look that up now. Did
I'm not
Kanye
saying
make that beat?
saying it
I think it's about the sound of
like the attempt of where the
You just said Watch the
I think where
Throne.
he was going.
You just said Watch the Throne. Like that's just.
I'm
you
not
just
saying
throw out there.
specifically Kanye.
I'm like
Kanye's not the sound,
Kanye did
the
make that
birthing
beat.
sound that made that, but it's like,
Kanye did make the beat though.
oh well,
Is Kanye, No ID, Guru, Keaton, Basker, and Dawson. I don't know who Keaton, Basker, and Dawson is, but it's
I think
Kanye,
Guru.
No ID.
I think Guru has a credit on every Jay-Z song. I think he just because now, like
At
Guru
this
is
point,
every.
So
Like,
you
nigga, I
just
don't
get the
care.
credit because
Nigga,
nigga, I
didn't
need
even make the beat.
just so
Give you
got a
4%.
check. There you go.
Hey, shut up. Like, take this money.
Couple
Shut up.
$100. Take it.
Right. You one of the homies.
future. So like, shut up.
Like,
Take this money.
Right.
But
back to Kung Fu Kenny. I'm thinking about all this shit, and I'm
have a room to have a dud.
instead, this nigga decides that he's gonna not walk on water, completely on top of it, like sitting Indian
Fuck
style, down with the socks and the shoe,
Just floating over the Pacific Ocean.
on every. I couldn't. And all
I was just. Go ahead.
nigga, I'm just gonna say that.
That's what I thought. That's what I was gonna say. You know how motherfucking Tidal got that grown man rap playlist? Nigga, this is grown man rap. This is grown man hip hop. This is what you make when you done seen shit, lived through shit, did shit, and you got the privilege to take the time to think about it and motherfucking do it in a way that can't a lot of motherfuckers do. And you took the time to do it the way you did. This motherfucker made a whole album out of a therapy session. And I'm sure it wasn't one therapy session. What we heard was a compilation of at least probably his last 1,000 therapy sessions. But at the same time, what we heard was I used it and that's for story time with Busy later. I used this phrase in the interview I recently did. Shit was earth shattering, so to speak. Bitch, sometimes you shatter the earth. Now, do I feel as confident as I did about my lyrics on my album after Kung Fu Kenny Friday? Yes, but at the same time, are you gonna hear the morale versus the big step? No, that's not what you're gonna hear.
Well,
Resurrection Therapy coming soon.
Anyway, the growth.
It makes me become a little.
You can't hear it. I don't think you can intelligently listen to that album or just pay the album any attention as a black man in America over the age of 15 and not kind of be introspective about your shit.
I mean, I thought that even the cover of it is. I'm like, all right, he got. And he got wifey on the bed. She, you know what I'm saying?
I thought he only had one. I'm like, damn, we got two.
I'm like, yeah, he's given life, continuing. feeding the baby, you know what I'm saying, breast milk and shit. And if
Fire.
the angle of where the shot is taken as he's holding the kid and shit, the bullet holes are like singled around the room. So you know what I'm saying? These brushes with death that have these that create, you know what I'm saying? They create really
built, motherfucker.
yeah, these moments where you need to sit down and talk to somebody about some of the shit that you've seen and done to you, and why you act so. Sometimes people inexplicably do shit or say, but it's really because they life in a certain uncommon to everyone else, whether it's a opinion. Like the track where he's talking.
What?
Like the track where he's talking about his
You kind of lagging a little bit.
I'm sorry, like you kind of like freezing in and out.
You are too. That's what I'm saying. I was like, are you okay?
It's
like you have too. That's when it's like a millisecond off. I'm like, huh? What? All right. I can hear you like we good, but
yeah,
it's like kind of keep jerking a little bit. Yeah.
Right. I don't know whether that's gonna fuck up the whole thing, but
no, it'll even out at the end. They fix it on Riverside.
Okay.
Riverside.
Yeah, but
they fix it at the end.
But what I was saying is like the song where talking about how you know what I'm saying his auntie's a man now and shit. What's the name of that show? Got this stupid
Auntie Diaries.
Diaries and shit. That joint, because it's like you gotta even him who was seeing somebody who, well, two people who are close family came who are transgender and shit today. It's like the way he saw them in life.
No,
kind of saw it.
We all got,
you know what I mean?
We all can relate to that story, even if it's not our aunt or our fucking cousin. We can all kind of relate to that. Like we all know that dude that was a little, you know, and it was like, and everybody made fun of that nigga. And you could just tell it was something different, but you never really went into it.
Yeah, you know, but it's like, and when the moment happens,
for a lot of conversations. Unlike how Twitter does, when the moment happens, niggas do bullshit. He created the space with that album, with it being a therapy session. He created the space for a lot of conversations for just black niggas. God, I gotta stop saying it like that. For just black men to fucking have a conversation like that.
Like, absolutely. I asked
niggas ain't gonna. I feel like he made that. I told you that shit off air. I feel like he made this album for niggas that don't go to therapy, niggas that are scared to go to therapy and refuse to, and niggas that have gone to therapy. Because as a nigga that's gone to therapy and have also refused to go to therapy, you touch my soul on a couple tracks.
I've gone to therapy. I don't go today because I have my ways of coping. Through, I don't keep feeling it. Thought process. I have people that I talk to. But
are you open to the process? If you ever felt like you weren't getting your point across, I guess, and that's the more important question. If you ever felt like you weren't getting your point across in terms of how you were expressing yourself, that's what therapy's for. If you fucking don't feel like you can express yourself the way you want to, you go see somebody and try to do it there, or you try to find somebody that understands you and you do it with them. That's the beauty of therapy.
But see, I don't
fucking wonder having a
people around me that I can communicate to in some
what I'm saying
way.
I'm being hypothetical.
Like in that type of way.
That's why I say if I'm being hypothetical. What I'm saying is for you, if you ever felt like that, would you be open to it? Because I think that's also kind of what he was talking about. would you be open
Absolutely.
to talking like if it was that situation where it was like you said, we had this conversation off here. And for those of you that don't know, Jose Ortega has a way healthier way of handling his issues than I do. But what I'm asking him is, and what I'm asking you is, motherfucking, if you felt like you weren't getting your point across and it wasn't, you couldn't say, people just weren't for whatever reason understanding what the fuck you were trying to say. Would you do it? Would you go seek it out? Because a lot of
Yes.
niggas that have that option be like, man, fuck that shit. And
No,
Kendrick addressed
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. But I think I all shit is, and a lot and nowadays women, I'm starting to notice this shit a lot with a lot of women. Back in the sister was coming up and shit, and she was grown in the 90s. Like it was like tried to like 8 chicks, including her that she hung around with, and it was like deep. Then they was all close, like they lived and grew up and came up. And one of them was stripping. At least 3 or 4 other ones that can validate, like, yo, day. You know, same way. I'm the same way. I keep me to if y'all. So it's like if I'm bugging, let me know. Don't just y'all niggas let me know. Yeah, nigga, you go. I mean, you I'm
Facts.
to being wrong. Open to being wrong. If my point gets across, I'm cool. I'm cool. It's like, all right. Move different. But there's certain people that don't have. That's why my point, what I was saying is like, people that don't have good homies around them. Now, you can't choose realistic who your family is. Who, you know what I'm saying, who birthed you and raised. But what you
Facts.
is your people that you keep around you and to like maintain and try and attempt. So, but if those people you can't get access to, if you go through some traumatic shit, like there's some shit that you body whether it makes you uncomfortable in one type or another,
There's also
maybe you
also
should go
shit
talk to
like
somebody
that.
about
You
that shit.
gotta go see it there. If there, look, as a person that has those type of things, there is go find the therapist that work for you. There is some
Yeah,
shit
every therapist
that you either
is not the
done
same.
or been exposed to that you don't necessarily feel comfortable telling everybody, no matter who they are, no matter how much you can trust them. It's a little bit easier if you can, even if you're paying them, you gotta, and granted, as a nigga like me, you gotta forget about the fact that you're paying them, because then you play into it as another thing. Like I said, I'm lucky in the sense that like my therapist was somebody I met when I was 16. My mom wanted me to go to therapy. Fucking went through, and then she just happened to transfer to dealing with adults, and then I ran into her, and I got lucky in that sense. Because if I just had to go see a random therapist today, I probably wouldn't go to therapy. But the fact that because I wouldn't want to go through the whole, okay, so from nigga 13 to now, that's like 10 sessions right there. Like, I'm not even getting to what's bothering me right now. But if you deal with somebody that you can kind of build some sort of rapport with, somebody that you can deal with that's an actual friend of yours that is also a therapist, nigga, call them motherfuckers, talk to them.
Yeah, I believe
That's
communication
that's a
is.
blessing I got. Like, motherfucker, if you got anything close to that, if you can find a motherfucker like that, find them. For everybody that's listening, you can find somebody like that, find them.
Yeah, like
where I'm like,
I don't feel like you've been through anything. See it,
psychologist or psychiatrist, probably not.
not unless you feel that way, but you getting out
some of this stress
out,
the thought
or being something to keep your away from the stresses. Stress you the fuck out, because emotion, I believe, and I've been chasing Zen.
I was like from therapy,
my first therapy. After that, ever been like my first like therapy psychiatrist office. He had the nicest fucking like most zenful office you ever seen in your life. I'm talking side trees and shit. Had a
You ain't gotta have all of that to have a good therapist though. Nigga, don't get it confused. You saying that's nice about the office. That's nice. She had that ain't what you need. That ain't what you need.
But here's you not you got need to completely fuck up. I'm getting my point. The whole one of those saying
what the fuck? Again, this fucking time. Oh, Jesus Christ, Riverside. What are you doing to us? You're trying to make us go crazy here. This is supposed to be a 1-day podcast, not a 2-day one.
It says the person that loves. Okay.
Back. Hey, I am a streamer. I have no problem streaming extra days.
Shut.
I wish I could stream with you more, sir.
Like that needs a pause. My back to my point.
So homophobic.
Don't put that on me.
Office
of my psychiatrist was so fucking nice. Sandpit with
fucking with it. I found this Zen mode
where I was just like, this is soothing. And first experiences, I learned. I was chasing Zen, like the moments of just feeling balance, no stress, no eagerness, no anxiety. The world and the universe with me seemed. That's if I can do everything in my power to reinstitute it. If I can't, I would in my possible realm to attain that balance. It's like cool. Like
be fucking go into
the mountains of Cambodia and study with monks. I don't even know.
Sometimes you gotta do that, nigga. Sometimes
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm part of, you know what I'm saying? It's within life.
It's gonna be said 1,000 times this week. I'm glad we're probably some of the first people saying it. This album was a therapy session, and it opens up the door for a conversation for a lot of things. But most importantly, it opens up a box that a lot of niggas like Kendrick Self, myself, yourself, ourselves, people that identify with this and relate to this and relate to a lot of other things that we fucking relate to, is something we can all connect with in the sense. Even like I said, I have only listened to it one time. Off the first listen, I'm like, oh God. What Joe Budden say last week? The boogeyman is back. Stop playing with this nigga. What you're saying is 100% correct, nigga.
And I think you need or knowledge as humanity that we need to gain sense of self-awareness. Because I feel like we're sense of your of what you're doing, why you're doing things. You can check yourself from doing the wrong things, into or the right thing. And I feel like to not acknowledge moments that affect your mind, your way, why you tick, so to speak, is the first steps to self-awareness. If you choose not, in my opinion, I feel like that is ignorance.
How many niggas have you met that were self-aware enough to know that they was on bullshit, but then never change it up?
I've been in positions where I've been told that motherfuckers like, yo, you selfish as fuck, but yeah, you come. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean, y'all? Like, what they were really saying was, for them, I didn't think in the sense of what they specifically. They would do something completely different. Not a group of people, situation, team, or whatever, but more or less benefit than landscape equally. And I was like, how is that selfish? If I care if everybody got. And my way of movement, I'm not a boss if my niggas around me ain't rich too. If I'm eating, that's cool. But there's a certain awareness about an awareness to, all right, maybe certain people down. Maybe I'm raising certain people up that maybe I am over initiating my own cause despite others. But you don't know that if you don't sit down to think about things that you've done to gain that awareness. Like, there of a lot of fucking shit. And a lot of shit we do have to be aware. Does that matter? Roe versus Wade. Actual freedom for black and brown. Shit like that. Just simple shit here. But all in all, have to be aware of our own circumstances, emotion, our mentals on how we contribute to the world and our environment as well. Care about how assholes can or hold them be generational and continue on after, you know what I'm saying, after generation and continue to fuck over people.
Yeah.
It happen. But you do gotta acknowledge where you come from sometimes. What you've gone through. Who are you? That's an interesting question. And that's a really fucking hard question to answer.
I think it's an interesting question. I was about to say, I think it's interesting to ask anyone. And I think the response that you get is interesting. And I think the answer you get once they think about it is
interesting. Yeah. Because it's like question. but it's not.
If you never thought about it, is it? Yeah, if you never thought about
No.
it, is it a simple question?
And I got that question.
Like, a few people have hit me with that, and it's like, it wasn't until I got maybe 25 where a motherfucker asked me that, and it was like, look, I rap, fucking work a job every now and again, bitch. I do a podcast. You know, I had a solid answer that I'm confident in, and bitch, I do this. This is what I do. This is how I do it. Take a minute. You got to be confident in what you do to get to that point.
Yeah, but it's aware of.
You can't just start doing shit and just be like, I do it. Yeah, that's true.
You gotta be aware of what you do. I'm not works with a lot of people who were for
at one point in time or another. Whether it's with the company I currently work for or not, are gonna for someone else. Entrepreneur say own my. When I say generation, it's a mentality. It is a.
Know you're different.
They know you're different 100%. They know you're different. They will volunteer to help you. Yo, you start this restaurant, you do this, you do whatever. You need some help, I'll work for you. Willing to work still to help somebody else. Like I said, one way or another, willing to help.
Yeah.
But the mental.
And then we get cut out again. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, Twitch viewers, we'll be right back. I guess you can still see me. You can't see him. Oh, Riverside. What are we going to do with you? Hey, if you in the chat right now, I see we got like 2 people in here. I don't know if one's a bot or if one's me or not. So we got 2 people in here. How about y'all put a what's up in the chat? And we'll be right back to you. Because I got to end this and send this nigga another. I got to end the live. I'll be right back. If you're watching, I'll be right back. This fucking thing gets on my fucking nerves. 3, 2, whoa. Hey, people, we're back. Can you hear me? Can you hear the people? Yeah, you
they can
Mexican.
Hear me. Yeah, I can hear people.
I can hear you. Well, if you can hear people and I can hear you and we can hear people, then people can hear us. So that's a good thing.
Anyway. To acknowledge the greatness that is Kendrick Lamar. King Kendrick is who he is.
I think we can. And we back, you bitch, on Zoom. Because Riverside be acting weird. I think I'm just going to have to give Zoom the money, man. Zoom seems to be more efficient.
Guess who's not getting the ad?
Not this week. Not till they answer my fucking question as to why the fuck we keep getting kicked out every time we try to fucking record every fucking week. And Zoom need to illustrate. I don't know. Shit, they might have added it. I don't know if they got live streaming or not. But if they do, goddamn it, we'll be on it next week. And if you listening in the aftermath, shout out to the Twitch viewers that were listening because fuck, Riverside.
But yeah, as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by shitty tech performance. Yeah, we have to acknowledge the greatness of Kendrick as is. I think there is a lane for conscious rap. In a sense of you can be a grown man and not deal drugs or not come from a life of gang banging and dealing drugs and not being a pussy neither, like Charles Hamilton. And
Facts.
big facts. And have an introspective mind of thinking. But not only that, introspective mind of thinking that's willing to be changed and bettered through time. I think that's all we need is humanity. And I think that's really the whole thing, fam. Like, I really think that's the whole I think that's Kendrick's whole message. Like, realistically, all in all, I think that's been his whole message. Is like, as blessed as that nigga has been, he done gone through some shit. He been blessed enough to be smart as he is. But what he's coming out with, what I'm gathering from his whole discography, and I'm a fan. There is this moment where you can be aware enough to where you can better yourself. And if you better yourself enough in a way that's positive and share that with the world, being open with that with the world so they can feel like it's okay as well, we can change the world just by changing just the simple simplicity of who you are when you look in the mirror. And if a powerful person or somebody that's rich can do that, humble themselves to that, and this nigga has a song called Humble. Ain't that the goal? Ain't that where you are? Ain't that where
I think you stretched that kind of thin.
Ain't that where you are? Ain't that where you why he wearing the Jesus piece in the cover, which I love so much?
Overall, yeah. I think explanation wise you stretch it kind of thin, but overall, yeah. I think that's true.
I mean, shit, bro. It's crazy.
At the end of the day, though,
that's a lot of layers to that album. There's a lot of words.
It deserves more than one listen, and I think once we all give it more than one listen, it'll give us.
You know how you treat Eminem bars. You know how you did that. You know how you do that. You know how you do that.
I mean, I don't treat Eminem bars any different than I treat Kendrick bars.
I've seen you hear 4 to 6 bars, and you like, yo, I gotta run that shit back. 4 to 6, and hear the same 4 to 6.
I do the same shit with Kendrick. I do the same shit with Jay.
What I'm saying is, like, I did that shit all day today. Like I couldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been a long time where I had to keep running the shit back. Like, yo.
See, I try to avoid that on my first listen. And I guess before we close it out on Kendrick, that's gonna lead me to the final thing, which is what we normally do. I think that's gonna lead me to it. But I try to avoid that on the first listen because I feel like if I judge it too harshly on the first listen, then it's gonna be lackluster every listen after that. You feel me? And when I say lackluster, I mean like I'm gonna expect more than what I might get if I over listen the first time. Anytime with an album like that, you just gotta let it rock the first time. You might run back a line or two, you gotta let it rock. Then the second listen, third listen, fourth, fifth, sixth listen. Then you run all them bars back and be like, nigga, what you say? Fuck.
Yeah, I ran it back. I let it play out. I ran it back. This is
how many times have you listened to it since it came out? It's been out 24 hours now, over 24 hours now.
5.
Wow. That's all you listen to. Okay.
Yeah, 5. All the way.
I had one.
I was anticipating this. This was like one of the projects that I was anticipating this year that I'm a fan of. And the wait for it has been so long. So I wanted to know what he was on. Because I don't expect any Kendrick project to sound the same. Just like I don't expect them from Childish Gambino. I do not expect any Childish Gambino project to sound in any way like the previous project.
What do you really expect from Childish Gambino, though? What do you really expect from that?
If he released,
you don't know what to expect. Rap, fake Prince, or Celine Dion. You don't know what he's gonna do.
I don't. But what I do expect, and I think he's Prince of this new generation that doesn't play an instrument. But
are you saying that because the music sounds like Prince, or are you saying that because he has Prince vibes? Because I think you're saying that because the music sounds like Prince. And I think that's a big difference.
The Prince vibe is not there.
There's no such thing as a nigga having a Prince vibe.
No.
There's no such thing. Prince was Prince, and that's it.
But his creativity for the music as a Prince vibe is there. And it's
there for the weekend, too.
Prince is Michael Jackson if he had the responsible coke habit that we all wish he had.
You mean
like
Gambino is?
No, I'm talking about the weekend. Michael Jackson with the coke habit that we wish he had.
Prince did not have a responsible habit. That's why he died.
Yeah, but I believe Gambino. But I believe Gambino, Cuzzo, is responsible enough to not have to have a coke habit, but has the.
I think you're giving him too much credit.
I low key think he's a creative genius. Innocent.
No, there ain't nothing low key about that. Ain't nothing low key about that.
I think, but
that's never deterred a nigga from doing too much cocaine either.
But that's true. So. But I think Childish Gambino is a creative genius. I think he is.
Bruno Mars is a creative genius. He does a lot of cocaine.
Do the cocaine. Get
a lot of it.
Do the cocaine. I really think that whoever is like providing the best cocaine should just like on love, just deliver it to Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars's doors, just so they keep making better music. No other reason. It's not to sell it. It's just like, yo, whatever you do with this, I just hope we get another Silk Sonic. That's just it. I just hope that y'all just do half of one of these bricks and be like, yo. I don't think
you can trust them niggas with that type of responsibility. I don't think you can trust them niggas with that type of responsibility.
Have you seen have you seen a full set of Bruno Mars's motherfuckers doing like a whole show?
Yeah.
There is no way on earth you don't do that without at least a key and a half. And that's downplaying. Between all of them niggas, bruh, there's a lot of movement. That's a lot of horns. That's a lot of drums.
Beyonce does a lot too without coke. Beyonce does a lot without cocaine.
She is a goddess. She is not from this earth, nigga. Don't do that. You can't even.
I'm talking about the backup dancers too.
Oh, they got coke. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, if everything relate back to coke and shit.
When don't it?
Allegedly all the time.
Look. All I'm saying, all I'm saying is you're going to have a hard time telling me that at least 45% of people who are making over $5 million annually don't have something close to at least an 8-ball in their crib somewhere. They might not remember where it is, but it's there.
Nigga, regardless. What are your top songs from the album?
Everything.
But the top 5. We got to do this. We always do this with the album.
My top
5 from the album. When the album is longer than 10 songs, what's your top 5?
Worldwide Steppers, Die Hard, Father Time. Shit.
This is how I know we different though, for real. This is shit like this. This is how I know we different, nigga. This them first 3. This is how I know.
Can I do 8? Can I do 8? Can I do 8?
No, this is top 5.
Can I come on? Let me do 8.
8 is more than half. Is almost half the album, nigga. No.
All right, I'm doing 5 and a 6 man. You can't stop me.
It's 5. I'll give you a
5 and
6 man. I'll give you a 6 man.
All right, I'm gonna do Worldwide Steppers, Die Hard.
Father Time, you said that.
No, I'm gonna take Father Time off it because you ain't gonna let me do 8.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Shit. Cause you put me in a bad position right now. You a dick.
Nigga, I said 6 out of 18. I was in a hard position.
Rich Spirit. God damn it. Oh, this shit is fucked up.
How you feel about my man's on the album though? You see how Kendrick gave Kodak that fucking nod, let him talk his shit. I told you, my nigga Kodak out here. I told you, my nigga Kodak out here.
That shit was out here. That shit was out
here. I told you.
I ain't mad. That shit was
real niggas know my nigga Kodak out here.
Damn. All right, Worldwide Steppers, Die Hard, Rich Spirit. We Cry Together, so that shit hit my soul. Like, I'm sorry.
That shit hit everybody.
Yeah, that shit hit hard. That's 4?
Yeah. You just on the first side.
I know. That's why I was like, oh shit. This shit hard.
Got 2 more.
Mirror. Damn. My 6 man is gonna be. I'm torn between Count Me Out and Savior. I'm rolling with Savior.
You're rolling with Savior.
I'm rolling with Savior.
All right.
This is like the hardest one I've ever done. Like I'm really looking at this like, damn, that's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. Son.
Okay, what we got?
It's like 1 of 5 albums all year where I like every single song. Like 1 of 5.
Okay. I don't know if that's your 5.
I'm not even gonna do an Ortega Awards this year, nigga. This shit already won everything.
We don't know what else is coming out. Don't say that.
I know this.
Soon. We don't know what else is coming out.
I know nothing with
you don't know that. You don't know
nigga,
that. Hove might come out of pocket.
This is what I was waiting on. It was the only thing that could have possibly beat Weekend to me, and he did it. Sorry, like we here now. We here now.
Did this be Weekend? That's a good question. That's for another episode.
This does beat the Weekend's out. I'm sorry.
That's for another episode.
Yes, I'm sorry.
My top 5 and the 6 man before I move on to Doctor Strange 2. Top 5 in 95. Father Time.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
We Cry Together.
Of course it is. You sick.
Mirror.
I agree.
Savior. Mr. Morale. And my 6. It's a tough one. I gotta go with Count Me Out.
Gotta Be Out is hard.
Yeah,
Gotta Be Out is hard.
That's my 5 and the 6 man. Count Me Out is definitely a good 6 man.
But that Purple Hearts though is hard too.
That's not going unnoticed. Ghostface did his thing. I've been on a Ghostface kick.
Summer did her thing too, and I'm not a Summer fan.
She did. Did what? Huh? How?
I'm not.
Why? What? What's wrong with you? Huh? You not a Who fan? You not a fan
I'm
of
not a
Summer
Summer fan.
Walker?
No, not really.
Why do I do a podcast with you? Anyway, you're disgusting sometimes.
Nigga, this is the first. Die Hard was probably the first time you heard Blast. Shut up, nigga.
It wasn't. Bitch, the other one was probably the first time you heard Kendrick. Shut up, not Kendrick, Kodak. Shut up. You ain't listened to the Kendrick album. Did you? No, you didn't, bitch. You ain't do no listen, bitch.
You mean Kodak album?
You know what I'm talking about. The other nigga with a K, the hood nigga with the K, the retarded hood nigga with a K.
You know, I fuck with Kodak, nigga. I make fun of Kodak.
I don't know why.
I make fun of Kodak. I do that on purpose.
I don't know why.
You do know why.
Kendrick just showed you why you shouldn't.
Look, we've all been wrong at some point in time.
And you were wrong.
And no, I'm just saying Kendrick can be wrong. Like, he can be wrong.
It's you, nigga.
Nah.
If Gilly the Kid can get away with calling Lil Durk the next Jay-Z, then goddamn it, Kendrick can have Kodak Black on his album.
That's not even equivalent. That you can't even do the two. Nah.
It's not equivalent. What one of the two aren't a thing.
you put shut up.
Gilly saying
I
that Lil
love
Durk
Gilly,
is the
but
next
like,
Jay-Z is retarded. That is what do the whites say? Demonstrably as asinine, but it's also demonstrably retarded.
Well, I call it a big misunderstanding because like there's no way.
Gilly said that just to get some attention. He just wanted to see if Hov would say something to him. He trying to get him on fucking $1 million worth of game. That's all it is.
Who is the next Jay-Z? That isn't Drake. That isn't Drake, because I think it's Drake.
I wouldn't count Drake as that. I mean, okay. I know what you mean. Outside of him, who's the next one?
I would have said it was Nipsey, but you know,
I mean,
yeah,
alive.
Like,
unfortunately,
yeah, alive. You know, rest in peace to the guy.
That's a great question, actually.
You know what? I already have my answer. I'm surprised you ain't came up with it yet.
I think I know what my answer is, but I don't. I hate to say it like that. He's not black.
Jack Harlow?
Yeah.
You're cool.
He's been everywhere and will continue to be. I was surprised. Nigga, I bought KFC the other day. They had a Jack Harlow menu. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not fucking bullshit. They had Jack Harlow's favorites on the KFC website and app. This is what Jack get when he go here. I seen that nigga on Jimmy Fallon and SNL all within the same week.
All right.
He's been places I didn't even think the nigga would go. Not on some shit like he wasn't good enough to get there. This on some shit like, you got that? Damn, that too. Wow.
All right.
Like, he's a great artist, but it's like, God damn, how do you keep popping up in all these places, nigga? Like,
I'm glad you said this, because I had this conversation with the white homie at work. So he's a big Eminem Stanley, just like you yourself.
Shout out to my brother.
So Marshall goes high on his list. Marshall is also within my top 5. When it comes down to Kendrick,
should be in everybody's.
Yeah. Before this album came out, when From the Heart Part 5 came out, I said, this nigga is with this album, just a prediction, is gonna make it real, real hard to not put him, for niggas to not put him in the top 5. Like, it's gonna be like, if he's not in your top 5, top 10, I might look at you a little bit sideways. Like, if I say, like, yo, Kendrick not in there, and you like, oh yeah, well, he good and all. Nah. I don't even think we can have a conversation as human beings
Yeah,
and
at this point, if he's
understand.
not in your top 10, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
Like if we talking about hip hop, we talking about lyricism. Kendrick's not in your top 10. Like top 10 overall, everybody. He's not in your top 10.
he moved. He's in top 5 for me now. Some shit has moved down. And actually, if anybody's
I'm a
moved
hood
down,
nigga at heart, so I can't really move certain niggas down. But top 10 for sure.
Andre 3000 moved from 6 to 7.
Jadakiss ain't moving, is what I'm saying.
You know what? I really at this point, I actually think it would be just dope if Jadakiss sent Kendrick his own statue that said top 5 dead or alive. Like, nigga, you the only nigga out here that I can acknowledge. Is like, you know, his raspy ass voice from Yonkers. Like, yeah, it's the
I
only
move Jim Jones before I move Jadakiss. That's a hell of a statement from me. I will move. That is me. I'm saying it. And I love Jim. I've loved Jim since I was paused. I've loved Jim since before We Fly High. God damn it. I knew about Dipset. Nigga. I'm moving Jadakiss before I move Jim for Kendrick. For Kendrick, I'm moving Jadakiss before I move Jim. Oh no, I'm moving Jim before I move Jadakiss.
You really got Jadakiss in your top 5 dead or alive?
I'm talking about my top 10. I'm not talking about my top 5 is unmovable.
Is his top 10 dead or alive?
Yeah. But I'm saying I'll move Jim and Jada are in there, but I'll move Jim for Kendrick before I move Jada for Kendrick, is what I'm saying. Jada is like 6 or 7 for me. Jim is like 8, 7 or 8.
They don't. Neither one of them go that high for me. But
I get not Jim, but not Jada. Jada's not in your top 10.
Top 20, top 15.
We talking about all of hip hop, or we talking about like from
all
like
time dead or alive before I get to Jada, and that's
talking about
tough.
all time. That's different.
That's thinking, tough. And I'm
talking about from when we've been alive. I'm not moving that.
What I'm saying, like, that's tough because I raised my kid off Jadakiss bars, bro. Like that's tough for me to say that.
We say that all the time, and free tax on. You're supposed to raise your children off of Jadakiss bars. It's healthy.
You know what? That was like one of the greatest parenting advices that he could have ever given, because he was right. Because I had he said that shit before. Got kids. Like real shit, nigga. Like that, he said that before my kid was born, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if that works. Yeah, it worked. I've used it.
Yeah.
Like,
I plan on doing the same when I have something.
And I'm going to continue doing so.
Instilling those values myself.
Like, straight up. You can raise your kid off Jadakiss bars, and we're doing quite well. But Jadakiss definitely higher than Jim Jones to me, though. Definitely higher.
No, I'm not saying Jim is higher than Jada. I'm saying I would move Jim's position in my top 10 for Kendrick. I'm not moving Jada. Jada is a solid 6, 7 for me. 6 or 7. He's a solid 6 or 7 in my top 10. I'm not moving him from 6 or 7. We got Hov, we got M, we got Wayne, we got T.I., we got Nas. Then we start getting into them choppy waters, and it starts with Jadakiss.
Where's just one question? This is where this whole conversation about top 25 is going forever for anybody.
We still got to get to the top 50 females. We ain't even got to that yet. Shout out to Rocky Bash. She was on the list, number 40. I feel like she should have been higher. Got a song with her coming soon. Whatever. Huh?
Where does Snoop go? Where is Snoop? Range
25.
for you. All right.
25.
Yeah, ours is just straight different. Okay. Just straight different. It's okay.
Where
That's
does he
like
fit in yours? Not in your top 10.
top 15. Because
a part
of my like construction of mine when I thought about it is the motherfuckers that have been birthed from some of these legends that we hold so greatly should elevate over their predecessor. If they're that great, if they're like that
good. Are you
good,
holding
and
to
they
that
really
standard, or are you fucking just doing the math from where they at?
no, I'm just saying like should have that ability, no problem. If they perform to the goal, just like we get Kobe, you get Mike, then you get Scottie Pippen, you get Magic, you end up birthing LeBron and Melo and all these niggas, and time goes on. Like you get these players that elevate the game based off of what was already laid down as groundwork. So I don't put out the fact that certain people can't go up so far above some people that I hold as legends. Like Kendrick for me goes top 5, but his spot for me currently is right under Pac's, which is at the 4.
Biggie and Pac is like
Biggie has an unfortunate penalization to me.
They've moved down for me.
Yeah. From like Biggie to me has an unfortunate penalization of him his life being cut short.
Both of them did.
Yeah, but Pac
just got more albums.
Yeah, Pac does have more albums, but I'm a bigger fan of Pac anyway. But the amount of people that are birthed from that Biggie cloth is very long. A lot of these niggas actually
the Pac thing.
Yeah, you absolutely right.
Both ways.
You absolutely right. The mythology that is Pac, and I think the mythology that is Kendrick Lamar go hand in hand. They're just different. Like it's like
I don't think anybody that's a big fan of Kendrick Lamar is drawing that.
Not that. No, I'm saying it's like there's just a little bit different.
I gotta pay for time on Zoom now. Really?
Word.
It says this meeting will end in 10 minutes. Upgrade now to remove the 40-minute time limit. I hate.
If this shit cuts out again, bro, I'm going to bed.
We should probably just pick it up tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's finish what we're talking about right now.
Okay.
So we know where to pick it up from.
All right.
Let's just finish.
We got 10 minutes. Like we'll just cook it up.
Yeah.
All right. So we talk like what I'm saying is like the parallel is I feel like they're like when people talk about like LeBron versus Jordan, they want to talk about the mythology that social media didn't exist. So you didn't have so Jordan was more low key. And you saw this aggressive, like athletic phenom on the court, but you didn't really see none of the other shit. You didn't hear about none of the other shit. He didn't post nothing. None of that shit existed. So there was this mythology of this perfection of athleticism and competitiveness versus LeBron, who posts and you see him in interviews and that shit trends and all this shit. You can make it out to be whatever you want and it travels in an instant. Yeah. I think Pac's shit, his mythology is what he was able to accomplish and how much he did at the time before his death, and his untimely demise did help elevate him a little bit. What I think about Kendrick, I don't think he needs that. What I think is what he's mastered is his way of delivery overall, which in sense of look at how the world responded when this nigga dropped the album.
Right.
6 years. No. Yeah, no, 5 years. 5 years since Damn.
Pretty much.
It has been 5 years. When like Damn came out the week after my daughter was born. My daughter's 5 years old. And it's like that 5 years, all we get from him in that time is the Black Panther soundtrack, which he was a part of and executive produced. But that's it. Yeah. And the world responds like, it's not just the, oh, we can't wait to critique it. It's the, what's going to happen? The anticipation.
Right.
He's created his own mythology that's put him, I feel like, and with his artistry and how good he is, put him up there with the greats. There's no way he could.
That's a fact.
Greatness is greatness, man. I don't know what to say. This is like greatness is greatness.
That's a fact, man.
I'm glad I'm witnessing this shit.
I think we all lucky to be witnessing it to a degree, but what comes after is also going to be a thing. I just think that I guess just to close out the topic, I think, for him to be doing what he's done almost 10 years. I looked him up, right? A few hours ago. I had to see.
Been over 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I looked him up a few hours ago. See, like, how old is Kendrick, right? Because we always fuck with Kendrick. We always listen to Kendrick. We always
34, 35?
34. I said, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And it makes sense. I guess if you heard the album or if you've ever heard a Kendrick album and you related to it, you know what it mean. You know what I mean by that. But at the same time, for a nigga to be 28, 29, listening to a nigga 34, 35.
Well, we little bros right now. We, like I told you before, we almost at big homie level, which is where he's at. Like, we almost there.
But it's the same thing as when you get to the level where we're at, where it's like, all right, can you make it to that? Okay, when you make it to that, are you that? Is it can you comfortably say that?
Yeah,
I can comfortably say, nigga, I'm like, for most motherfuckers, you can call me Unc something. If you a little nigga, something, you can call me Unc, whatever. I ain't tripping. No, I know where it's at. 35, you do the same thing, but it's a little different if you got shit moving in a certain direction in that same vein. I don't think it's nobody I deal with, you deal with, or that we've ever dealt with that isn't going for that anyway. So it connects a little different, I guess. But
yeah. But
it's funny how we started out with Let That Bitch Breathe, man. We can't even finish it.
I think there's so much to this cover. Like, I think we could do a whole podcast just on this project.
Oh yeah, alone. Just on the Kendrick shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just
nigga, we've already been talking about this all together, spliced up between Riverside and here, almost 50 minutes now. We've been talking about Kendrick. The first hour we've just spent on Kendrick. I ain't even got Dr. Strange and funny shit. We ain't even got to the funny shit yet.
Like, look at where we responded. Like that was.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and now we sit and wait is to see what TDE continues to do, because this is Kendrick Lamar's last project on TDE. So what happens next? Because nobody, I'm sorry, but that Isaiah Rashad album hit different now that we know what he's been doing. So I'm just it does.
If we was on Riverside, I'd bleep the fuck out of that. I'd have beat the fuck out of that, nigga.
It's a little different.
We got 3 minutes left. Close this shit out and pick it back up tomorrow, man. Because you trying to get in different territory now. We ain't even on Twitch.
I'm
You
not.
you can.
I'm just saying.
You can handle men however you want to handle them if you want to handle them that way.
Fam, that's perfectly fine. It was just like, yo, now I don't know which parts are what I thought they were now. like that's just it.
It's like Frank Ocean. You thought he was talking about pussy at first, and then you found out it was all about dick. Didn't make the song hit different. The song's still fire. You just know he wasn't talking about what you thought he was talking about.
Yeah, but that was a little different because I didn't hear the whole album yet.
I heard the whole album and thoroughly enjoyed Channel Orange before I knew it was about a nigga. And then I found out it was about a nigga, and I was like, bitch still hit though.
See, I only heard the singles from Frank Ocean and Sam Smith. I had no idea about none of the other.
Sam Smith was another one. I didn't know he was.
But it was like once I knew,
it was fire.
Cool. It was like, it thing, Playboy, like make some good ass music. I don't even manage.
If you make good music, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you fucking nigga. Just do you feel for the person? Then make a song about
it. it just kind of caught me off guard because I'm just like, oh, I don't know if this is love or what. I don't know. But
if you make a song about somebody you love, one way or another.
Yeah, but I don't know who you loving right now. So it's just like, okay, am I gonna look weird if I blast this song now?
No, because you not blasting it about a nigga. You blasting it about a bitch. You feel the way that he feels about that nigga about. It's just a love song.
It just might just be a hard. It just might just be a hard ass album. I mean, a hard ass beat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it might not even
hard ass penis. Who knows? We gotta get the fuck up out of here. Got less than a minute. We out.
All right.
This shit about to close out.
For sure. I'll hit you up tomorrow.
All right. Well, at least it's recording on Twitch.
It was.
It wasn't recording on Zoom. No,
it wasn't recording.
No, it was recording on Twitch though. So I got it on Twitch.
Hey, y'all from Twitch, y'all got like a free 15 minutes of this exclusive content. Y'all should do like, send $2. One for me and one for the homie.
I was like a good little. Wait, yeah. No, they can still see it. I can still add that shit in later. I just have to chop it up off the vibe. I gotta go in there and turn my vibes back on. Yeah, it'll be on there. But yeah, nigga, that shit is hilarious.
Like I'm appalled by this nigga. Like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm appalled by Kyrie. As a teammate, bro, I've been a part of teams where it was like I've watched my teammate like really give up or not go all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
And I've spazzed. Like I've had coaches try to pull me away.
What is wrong with this nigga?
I thought that was the worst thing to do. Like on God. I've been a part of teams that's been completely trash. Minus us that played on AAU. Trash.
I believe it.
And it's like, yo, fam, just don't give up. Just don't give up. We good. Man, didn't show no effort, bro. You came in as a part-time player at the point when the weather was breaking and the mayor was like, well, we've reached our numbers. Now come back, bro. Like that. I lost respect for that man. I lost mad respect for Kyrie Irving. I think Nike should take his money or take his shoe deal of like or discontinue it, I should say. Cause I'm like, that shit's wild, bro. It's like even for him to regain his mystique and notoriety, he to have to play in the league for like probably another 6 years and not say nothing about anything. Like, even if someone asked him a direct question, he should just beast mode it all the time. Like, I'm only here so I don't get fired.
But see, that's the thing, though. If you do that, you just gonna keep damaging your own shit, though. Why?
No,
I don't think he was intentionally trying to damage his shit. I think he was just trying to, in his mind, stand on what he believed in, and he also happens to just be kind of misguided, let's say.
see, no, I can't even give it that. I can't cut it that bill. The reason why I can't cut it that bill really is you damage shit. Like, you left stuff damaged. It ain't like you bullshitted around, and it's a difference if he bullshitted or not, or didn't get a vaccine or whatever the fuck, and they still end up 2-3 seed in the East. It's a difference. Could you like, all right, KD could handle it with the rest of the team. You had to play a play-in game, and then had to win the play-in game to get into a series to lose in 4.
Yeah.
And this is where it goes for me. And I'm gonna drop
it at
this.
A play-in right
and
there,
then I'm gonna drop it at this. Yeah. And this is where it goes into the teammate shit for me. If I was Bruce Brown, I'm saying I'm Bruce Brown on the team.
Right.
I don't get paid a lot. I'm here to play defense, rebound, hustle, second chance points, resets, cuts to the basket. I am like a 4th or 5th scoring option when I'm on the floor. If I had a better series than you, and the one thing you say when you get up on that podium and they ask you at the end of the game and during the press conference, what happened or what do you think was the downfall to this season for you guys? And the first fucking thing that comes out your mouth is, well, chemistry was an issue. Really? Really?
No shit, Sherlock.
It's that look that even if I had to ride on the plane with this nigga to go back home, be like, nah, fam.
I'm gonna hit
y'all can go. Y'all can go. I'm gonna catch
I'm gonna hit this nigga, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch the American Airlines joint, the next one. You're like, yo, you gonna fly that way? Yes. I'm gonna fly coat to some woman, to some old white woman that cannot stop talking, named Cynthia, back to Brooklyn. Cause I'm like, I'm not doing this with this guy. I'm not. I refuse as a teammate. And that's just me. So if I as a teammate would feel that way, if I'm Bruce Brown, he should feel that way. Nike should drop. God damn it, Russell Westbrook still got a deal with Jordan, like, and he sucked now, but he not toxic in the locker room. He just sucked now. That's just where he at right now. That's just it. God damn.
Fair. I mean, fair enough. That is fair. That is fair.
Like, that is, oh my God. That nigga makes me mad, bro. Free Brittany Griner.
Yeah, free Brittany Griner. I seen some shit today. They was talking about I guess not that was on the docket, but I guess Putin started signaling to Biden and them that he would trade Brittany if we gave up some arms dealer we've had in.
Yeah, I forgot what his name was, but yeah.
He was in prison over here for a while, or he's been in custody over here. So they basically saying they'll do a trade for her, I guess.
Yeah, see, that was what my soul was telling me that's what was happening or what was going to happen.
I mean, that's how that always ends.
Yeah,
if you get them back, it's usually diplomacy or a trade.
But a lot of times,
or you just die.
It's usually over something fucked up happened. Meaning, like, yo, y'all not supposed to be over here running fucking counterintelligence and shit. Why we got your mans? It'd be something like that. You know what I mean? Like, why we got your man?
You doing?
Why we got your man? Matter of fact, you got to give us our mans. We'll give you your mans back. It'd be some stuff like that. But now it's legit. You have somebody that the country cares about for the first time in a while. Like, you got somebody that the country gives a fuck about. Like, yo, pull up a dab pen. Like, nigga, you serious?
Right.
Like, for real?
That's it, bro. That's how you coming? You gangbanging like that, nigga?
The UN who voted on that, like, on mostly internationally having not even medical marijuana, but marijuana as a whole to be criminalized, is looking at Putin like, yo,
yeah,
let that girl go home. Like, she's not even a citizen. She playing for your basketball team, nigga. What the fuck are you doing? Like, what is this, yo? Like, you tripping?
Yeah.
It's one of those. And I was hoping it wasn't gonna be that, but now it's looking like it is that. Because there's no reason why it should be, oh, your stay is now extended another 30 days.
I mean, it is until you figure out what you want. I don't think they might have known what they wanted. I think Putin is one of them niggas, and I think a lot of them people over there, I think they might just run like that. Look at how they doing the shit in Ukraine. They just take opportunities. They don't really plan shit that well. They just take opportunities when they see them, and they just try to hustle something up.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of opportunity that comes their way. So it's like when you do have an opportunistic door, yeah, you're going to try and walk through that bitch.
Right.
It's like,
so
you know
I think that was just Brittany, weed pen. Let's see what we can do with it. Throw her in
exactly. And even her lawyer was like, yo, it's only so often this type of thing happens. And when this happens, there means there's something to come.
Yeah, somebody wants something.
Yeah, like there's something to come. There's a play involved. And when I read that, and this is before I even had this ideal, I instantly thought, like, there's a play involved. She's a part of a play. And the soul of this woman, the humanity of this woman isn't even considered within this play. And I think that's fucked up. Because it's like she's trying to get on a plane to get whatever her destination was.
She was going back to California, wasn't she?
I think she was coming back here for the WNBA.
Yeah.
Because for training camp for that shit.
Or some shit.
Well, the season, their season was over. Like,
that's what I'm saying. In Russia.
Yeah, the WNBA season was about to start, which has started now.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're only 3-4 games in, like the season as far as the league. And
she was coming the whole season at this point.
At this point, I would be surprised if
she ain't gonna come back and then just hop in the game, nigga. She gonna chill for a minute.
I would be surprised if she came back, period. And I'm not saying it's not for our government reasons. I'm not going to say it's for WNBA reason or anything. I think, if you have been playing for a country or a state, and that same country or state that you play for arrests you, and then they use you as a bargaining agreement for someone else and throw you in prison,
you're not going to be happy.
It's not just, I'm about to say, it's not just an emotional thing that's involved. Like, your mental is pretty much going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I believe sports and being great at sports is 100% mental. Like, you can train your mind to focus to push your body to a certain point to where you can keep going. If your mind is broken in any sport for trauma reasons, whatever, and nigga, if you've been held in Russia for the past 6 months, can't really contact nobody. You just over there being used as a bargain play. Yeah, your mental gonna be a little fucked up. It's not gonna be normal.
Yeah.
You're not gonna trust people. You might not even want to get on a plane to go nowhere again.
Yeah, you never know.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that shit is fucked up.
Like I told you the other day, niggas.
In a weird way.
Trauma
Crazy,
can go
man.
either way. Trauma can go either way. That shit can go great with it, go terrible with it. Could just be ambiguous about it and just be like, yeah, nigga, that shit happened. It's whatever. Go either way.
like that shit is that shit's crazy. Like
yeah.
I couldn't imagine, and I really feel bad in the sense of realistically the only way you go about this shit is letting diplomacy resume, and diplomacy can take however long it takes to be diplomatic, and that's fucking nuts.
I don't think Russia's really trying. They're not too keen on being diplomatic the last few months. So.
But that's the part that sucks about being a bargaining play. Yeah. Like what we was talking about it off air. Like, nigga, if you end up in a terrible Nicaraguan prison and you're the only American in there,
you gotta kill somebody immediately.
You gotta kill somebody immediately to let it know that you ain't fucking around.
You're gonna be food, sir.
Yeah, they gonna look at you like you a whole meal.
You are what's known as dinner,
nigga. And that's just in the pen. We talking about Brittany Griner, where it's like she probably is, you know what I mean? Like, be wherever she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she probably got a roomie, you know, a celly. Oh, you in the earth, you in the universe and shit.
I keep seeing all these little pop-ups for shit. That's why I keep like looking around and shit. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I got like backgrounds. I can like, I could put up my green screen over here and like say I got a green screen and shit. That's crazy.
Wow. But yeah, like it's some wild ass shit when you in that type of position. It's not just like the prison system ain't probably killing you. You probably got a celly.
Yeah.
But realistically, the person who, like, the people that are trying to fuck you aren't the people that's running the prison.
Yeah.
It's the people that's employing the people that run the prison.
That's true.
Like, that's who's trying to fuck you out of not your freedom, your life, your livelihood.
Yeah.
That's crazy, yo. Like, free Brittany Griner, y'all. Like, that's all I want out of 2022 at this point. Because I already got the Kendrick Lamar out. So it's like, at this point, it's all I want. Just free Brittany Griner. That shit is fucking crazy.
I want a few more things out of 2022, like this fucking asteroid that's supposed to hit and like, or supposed to fly pretty close, like in the next, I don't know, 18 hours. I want them to be like correct about the math on that and not off by 4 million miles, you know? Like, because if that bitch hit, nigga, it's bigger than the whole Empire State Building, nigga. Everybody done. It's over with. And Brittany Griner ain't got to worry about shit. Neither do you.
I don't see. I want to say I don't believe that's going to happen, but it's well more than the possibility of happening.
You don't believe that the satellites and scientists that are in space said that it's a fucking huge rock bigger than the Empire State Building.
I believe that. I believe that. But what I'm saying is, I don't believe that it will be close enough to where it would happen. That, like, look.
No, that's what they're saying. It's not.
That's what I'm saying. Out of all the money that I spend in taxes each year, and I have been spending loyally each year, for some reason, I don't know why. I really do believe wholeheartedly that they do then my tax money does go to a place where motherfucker there is apes. Somebody is being paid to be smart. Like, and
maybe not your tax money, but somebody's, you know.
Yeah, you're being paid to be smart enough to make sure that you do the math right enough to where we won't die.
Yeah, but humans are human, and niggas can have errors. And apparently, for space, 4 million miles is a very tiny, or 3.5 million miles is quite a tiny margin. So it's not like we just gonna watch this bitch fly by and be like, oh yeah, we're safe. No, nigga, there may be, if they're wrong, they'll be off by that much, but that much will kill everybody. So I'm hoping it really is 3.5 million miles out or more, because any closer than that, and we're in the danger zone. Any closer than 4.6 is danger zone, but I think you get like a 2 million mile gap in there. So it's 3.5 away. They supposed to tell everybody like shit is close after 4.6. So really anything closer than 5 million miles is a fucking problem.
Look here, Saint. I'm just gonna keep it in a hundo on some one though for the show though. If a meteor, asteroid, another planet, an eternal, nigga, it don't matter if it pop up around the planet, nigga. As us as normal people, what the fuck really you gonna do? We here now. Like, that's my phrase of 2022. We here now. Like that's where we at. We Nick, I don't want to see Dormammu, bro.
I'm just saying, what you gonna do if it happens? You can't shit you can do about it. You just gotta hope Doctor Strange pull the shit on loop, nigga.
You pull a Doctor Strange.
Irritate this nigga to death.
You know what? I'm Doctor Strange mixed with Dr. Bombay, nigga. I'm out here with with the fucking helmet on, nigga. Out here, blood walking on these motherfuckers with a joint in my hand, looking at Dormammu like nigga.
We can do this all day, cuz.
What you gonna do, blood? What you gonna do? We doing this all
do this shit all day, cuz. What's good?
Like, what's good? And he's gonna be just very much upset. Like, who the fuck is this nigga?
I thought that was some of the funniest shit about that movie was the fact that he basically just irritated him.
Irritated the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Like, let me go. Like, I don't want to play this game anymore. He's like, I can do this all day, Doc. What we doing? You gonna give me what I want or what?
That was wild as fuck. That was like actually really interesting. And you can go into your Multiverse of Madness, let that bitch breathe. But I thought that was really interesting. I've like, you really annoyed a whole interdimensional being to saying fuck his whole plan because they just didn't want to fuck with killing you over and over and over and over again in a loop and not getting nothing done.
It's more clever than what happened in It, where they kind of just insulted it, and it was just like, stop talking about me. Like, it was more clever than that. I'll give it that.
I never saw It. The reason why I never saw any version of It, I don't like clowns. I don't like clowns. I'm not afraid of clowns, nigga. I just don't like you. Like, off the rip. It's just kind of like when you see the bitch ass motherfucker at the party and shit, and you just like it just corrupts your whole vibe because you're a real nigga. It's just like, who the fuck is this? Like, it's one of them. It's one of them for me with clowns and shit. Like, when the clowns was during the Trump Hillary election and shit, when the clowns were popping up all over the country,
yeah,
I told you, I'm like, I wish a clown would, nigga. Right? Like, I wish a clown would pop up on me, son. I shoot people that are stupid ass clowns.
Yeah, I feel that.
You gonna roll up on me looking like It? You getting shot? I'm sorry.
I mean, shit. That's funny though, because that you brought that up. Because I just seen a documentary about when that was going on, and they were talking about how
it was
nobody what.
I was gonna say, was it a ruse to make people not pay attention to the election? That was my theory.
No,
okay.
no. It was talking about how it was weird how motherfuckers would pop up, and like the clowns would pop up in places and be scaring people, and people be talking about it on social media, but nobody seems to know anybody that ever did it. So either somebody lying, somebody's not admitting it, or somebody is, just did it to do it to see what the reaction would be.
There was way too many clowns.
They were saying it was like might have been like a cult or something that was fucking with people, so they were just dressing up to do it. So,
but there was clowns everywhere though. There was like clowns all over the country.
But nobody knows anybody that will admit to being like, "Oh yeah, no, I definitely did that." That's what the whole shit was about.
The one video about the clowns where I was just like, me and the person in the video has the same mentality wholeheartedly. This nigga was like driving through, trying to get to his crib, and he sees this clown. Like he's pulling up, and he's like, "What the fuck is it?" Like, no lie, what the fuck is it? Is that a clown? And he stops about like 30, 45 yards away from this clown. And he's like, you could just see the headlights is on the clown, and this motherfucker just standing there and just raised up a knife or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, it's one of those." And then like he pulls out his Glock 9 and points it out of the window. Like, "Yo, if you want to act up, let's do this." And you just like step back, and you see this motherfucker just run into the darkness. He was like, "This." And he turned the camera like, "Did this shit really just fucking happen? Like, did the clown really just try to pull one of those on me?" Like, I was shocked. Like, you just trying to drive to the crib, make this cut through, and you just see this clown.
Grand Theft Auto was crazy, man.
No,
Grand Theft Auto was crazy.
Oh. I will Franklin your ass. No, I'm sorry. I will Trevor your ass if you pop out on me on a clown outfit, yo. What I say? Every time you pop up, I pop off. Like, no, you're not gonna do that to me, bro. YKTV.
I mean, I feel it.
Like, straight up, you're not gonna do that shit to me. No.
That's that ban from TV shit.
It's worse than banned from TV. It's banned from everything. There's not a multiverse for that shit.
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you. I guess I'll get into that now. Yo, I had not seen Doctor Strange prior to this. Had never watched the movie in the first one and hadn't, seen him in anything but the few comics I've seen with him in, the Avengers and shit like that. No real extensive knowledge of him. No real reason to be like, yeah, I fuck with that character. I watched Doctor Strange 1 the day that I bought my ticket to go see Doctor Strange 2. I didn't want to be left out. I wanted to know what beats to expect to some degree, right? Without spoiling and, over expecting. I watched the first one. The first one is just dope. It's very creative and trippy. It had nice visuals in there. Yeah, it was good. But, the ending, kind of like we were talking about with Dormammu thing, is just like, it's kind of silly. Which is fine. It's a comic book movie. It's great. So I get to the theater for Doctor Strange 2. Multiverse of Madness. Emphasis on the multiverse of madness. I did not realize until after the movie
that acronym for mom.
Yeah. And if you haven't picked up, and if you go into this movie, you don't know anything about anything, you're gonna pick up that there's heavy mom vibes. You're not gonna understand why or what's the preset to it. But if you know what's going on, I kind of did. I let's say I knew about 85% of what was going on here, or plot wise,
80s, but
I found it weird that it was so heavy to the point that it almost should have been its own thing. Like at one point I saw something about, you know how they drop, Marvel drops those phase timelines and they show you what they're gonna release.
Yeah, when they're releasing it.
Yeah, at one point one of the fan made joints had a Scarlet Witch movie up there. One of the fan made ones. And I feel like they took what was supposed to be Doctor Strange 2 and that idea and made them butt fuck. And when they butt fucked, they had a butt baby. And it was okay. It was a cool baby. It was a cool baby. So heavy mom vibes, man. You get in there and it picks up immediately on where you want to go from.
Can I say one thing?
What?
Just before you go, and it's not to disrupt your point at all. I think mostly for this current phase that we're in and to the next phase, it's going to be a lot of arcing. Meaning you might have, just like what the next Thor movie that's coming out. The next Thor movie comes out before the next before the next Guardians of the Galaxy. What you do know is that this nigga went off with the Guardians of the Galaxy. In Thor, in the next Thor, they acknowledge the fact of him leaving the Guardians of the Galaxy after being with them, from what I could tell. So you're going to get a lot of arcs now instead of more or less just single standalones to, I guess, kind of link everybody's personal thing together. Because I think in the beginning, Thor just kind of fell to earth. Iron Man was already here. He was associated with Black Widow because Nick Fury knew him and her and had her babysit him. He had to go recruit the motherfucking Hulk. And Black Widow knew Hawkeye. So it's kind of like all these people kind of knew each other or in some type of way had an arc within each other. And now you have to go forward without that shit and create these arcs to make these people make sense. Because eventually there's going to be another new Avengers level event. So it has to make sense for all of them to know each other, come together to be, we got to fight Galactus or whoever the fuck they going. Kang. You know what I mean? It has to make sense. So I think it's going to be more of that in general. Well, I think you're just seeing the first of that.
Well, it's basically the middle of a movie. That movie is basically the middle of a movie, the bigger movie that is the universe. So yeah, you're right in that degree. But
even Eternals. You said you saw Eternals.
Yeah.
Eternals, the dude that the agent chick, I can never, what's her name? Siri? Forget me, whatever. I can't remember what her name is. But the dude that she was dating and shit, the English dude, he's that's the Black Knight. At the end of the movie where he's about to grab the sword and shit and grab the John, right. Like grab the sword. The voice of that is Mahershala Ali, who is Blade.
Right. Yeah,
so it's like you're seeing a lot of crossovers with these characters now to make it all kind of make sense. Like you can't just be like, yo, I ain't never met Doctor Strange before, but we gotta go fight Kang, so I think I should call this nigga. Like there's no Instagram and DMs for superheroes, so it's like, yeah, it kind of gotta make some type of sense.
Tell DC that.
I've been telling them that they don't listen.
What's the name? What was I trying to say?
You were talking about how the.
Well, anyway,
the mom thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The movie starts with picking up on some of the pieces of the first Doctor Strange. As it gets to that point, it builds up where you think it's going to kind of veer off and kind of just be a Doctor Strange movie. That's when it kind of it was cool how they did it, because if you don't know anything, you don't see it coming. If you know something, if you know anything, you don't know what angle it's coming from. And they kind of just throw it at you, but you just go, oh damn, it's like that. We doing this. To where that's why I say where it gets into the heavy mom thing, mom vibes and shit. It's a lot more mom than Multiverse. Put it like that. I think throwing in the extra character, I forgot her name, but throwing in the extra character from the other planet and having that kind of be a thing to make it easier to travel through the multiverse, kind of like how they did in Endgame with the whole time machine thing. This is a more cleaner version of that kind of, how you gonna get from this to this to this. This is kind of a cleaner way to do it.
Okay.
My only problem with it was it seemed like capturing her got repetitive after a while. Like by the third or fourth time she gets captured, you like, bitch, why are you laying there? Get up, fight her, do something. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Like, and I don't know. It got to the point where
there's reasonings to all this shit. Like, I'm not disputing anything that you're saying. Like, it's just like, I'm just reasonings to all this shit, and I just wish I could see. Like, I wish I would have saw it to be able to at least have an ideal, like maybe to.
Well, I'm trying to say as much as I can say without saying everything. So
I know, like I know. So it's like I'm not asking questions. I was like, you just wanted to talk about it. God damn it.
Like I said, it gets to the point where it's more mom than multiverse, but the multiverse part of it blends in perfectly with the mom part of it. Like it's kind of it's Doctor Strange part 2, but it's WandaVision part 2. Or part 3.
Is this bitch breathing or no? Where you got it at?
Like I said, as basically what played out as an episode in the grand scheme of the Marvel universe that is one big movie. Basically all these movies is basically just building up to just be one fucking big huge thing. One question
before you give your verdict. I had a question. Is Captain Carter in it?
Yes.
Hey, yeah. I saw
don't get too excited.
I saw the no, I don't give a fuck. I saw the shield. I just want to see it. That's it. I saw the shield. I was like, oh shit, that's a British flag. That's right from the What If shit. Like, hey,
she's in it. There's a nice little
gang.
It's a nice little they did that whole little part right. They did that part right. They alluded to it lightly in the trailer, and the way it plays out is fire. But it's breathing like a motherfucker. I gotta go see it again. I'm gonna go see it again in a couple days, but I think I like one more, only because I think I was expecting a bit much, knowing what I knew. You know, I think I was over expecting a little bit, because I wasn't expecting the mom thing. I wasn't expecting it to be so heavy. I thought it was going to be more multiverse than mom, and it was like kind of more mom than multiverse.
I thought this. I thought this about it after we had the off-air conversation we had about it and shit. And I'm an Iron Man fan. Like I'm an Iron Man fan. But Iron Man, to what the MCU meant, he was the catalyst for bringing together the original Avengers. The first set of Avengers, even bringing in Spider-Man.
I think I know what the next Avengers movie is going to be too. After you watch this, tell me what you think it's going to be after you watch the movie, because I think I know the direction they're about to go. After you see it, you're going to be like,
yeah, I definitely know.
I'm about to do that.
But what I was trying to figure out is, who is the new catalyst? Like, who drives the connection between most of everybody and what they're doing? And it just kind of hit me after we had our technical difficulties yesterday. I was like, it's Doctor Strange.
Because everybody.
Doctor Strange has the connection with Spider-Man, recalibrated the universe for him. Fucking
Doctor Strange technically doesn't remember Spider-Man anymore.
He don't,
but he knows the character. But he doesn't know what he's helping.
But he did what he did. You know what I mean? So but Peter Parker knows who he is. That's what I'm saying. It's like he can knock on the door and be like, "Yo, fam, you don't remember me, but Webb, I'm just letting you know." I can help you. Like whatever the fuck this is about to happen, I can help. Something like that. But he remembers. But he's a catalyst to recalibrating Peter Parker's universe. The multiverse as a whole, he has the ability to control and manipulate that.
Magic, nigga. How else you gonna make it work?
And that's where they're at right now, as far as instituting the universe, the battle with Kang. That's the battle, Kang. Because it's the multiverse battle. The battle of the multiverse. This is what the fuck Disney been waiting on. You have attained all that you have attained. Characters, the acquisition from fucking from Fox. You gon' some way, somehow get Spider-Man. We all know this. I predicted it. Like God. Like it's gonna happen. You're gonna get all of these cats. And you're gonna be able to push them all into this real and like infinite universe war against Kang, who is the quintessential guy. He gonna make Thanos look like he ain't shit. So
Galactus is after him, right? Because that's the one I really want to see.
Yeah, that's after him.
Yeah.
But from what I've been seeing from some of the nerds, they're going to try and institute when they get start doing X-Men and Fantastic Four and shit.
Yeah, that's when they're gonna start hitting that.
Yeah, they're gonna try and like arc them kind of like together. Like Kang is gonna be the guy, and then Galactus is gonna come right afterwards and shit. But it's gonna almost kind of run concurrently until you get to that big
in-game version.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when shit really get real lit. So, with all that being said, like it's a lot, yo. Like it's written like, and the person to catalyze all this shit would be Doctor Strange. It would be that person that you got to come to and be like, yeah, I seen like 150 million versions of this shit play out till we win. The rest we lose.
That plays out in Doctor Strange too, as well, where that it kind of gets brought up, and I didn't even think about it in any other movies or in Doctor Strange 1. So I think they put it there just in case you didn't think about it. But one of the people turns to Doctor Strange and goes, "So that was the only way to handle it. We had the 5 years that it was the only thing. That was the only option." He's like, "I know how it sounds, nigga. Yeah, that was the only way." Like, and niggas just like,
sure.
Like, all right, man, whatever, dog.
Yeah, like that's wild. Like technically, I feel even in that moment, me as an Iron Man fan, I think Tony Stark does not take the attempt that he takes without Doctor Strange telling him this is that one.
Yeah.
And he puts it all, and he puts it all on the floor, like, yo, like I gotta do this, like I gotta give everything I got for this right now, cause we can do it. I know this is the moment. Whatever I do helps this moment actually happen, and we win.
Yeah.
And I am Iron Man, this nigga, and everything checked out. Yeah, but it goes to Doctor Strange being the catalyst. And that's just that's why I'm because I was always curious about that, because you know they started with I think like Loki. Yeah, like it started off with Loki and the Spider-Man movies and WandaVision and Shang-Chi. Like it looked like it was just all over the place. You didn't know who your catalyst was, so you had to like
But that was the whole point
analyst.
to putting
Yeah,
him in No Way Home, though, because if you didn't know up to that point when No Way Home came out, it was like, okay, so you're gonna lead everything off. Like it was kind of obvious from that point.
I don't even think it was that obvious. I don't know.
Because
Maybe
how
because
else
I,
would you put? First off, how
but
else would you pull everything together? Who else is gonna reset everything? Only way you can do all of that shit is magic. Who's got the magic and the time shit? That guy.
yeah, but and I mean that's what I figured. But from what I kind of looked at it as, and I think this, and I was gonna claim to this, like maybe I overlooked the business of or how this shit works or how they're doing this shit. To I looked at it as I'm like, all right, if you set the universe, no one remembers who Peter Parker is. You put these negotiations just on pause about Spider-Man. You get a good film, but you pause the negotiations. You don't need them right now because you got all this other shit. That's the way I looked at it, like out the gate.
See, you
And
said that like you say that like you were assuming at the time that like Spider-Man 4 was up in the air as to whether or not it's coming. No, you're getting Spider-Man 4. It's just about how well they want to play ball. Nigga, we're doing this movie. You're gonna let us use them. You want the money too.
I think we'll get a Spider-Man 4, but I think with Spider-Man 4, it will be in an older version of Spider-Man, even if it's still Tom Holland. It'll be a more, I wouldn't say older, I would say more mature.
I was looking that shit up
And
yesterday. No, it was trending the other day. They not trying to wait no more than like. Remember how we was talking about we could see it like 6-7 years from now? They talking about like 4 at the most.
well, I think Marvel's gonna start gunning out movies and shit where they can pump that shit out like that.
Probably
Because it's now a sufficient engine. Like they can pump the TV shows, if not the TV shows, to make it make sense. Like the shit that made me really think on the multiverse the way they were going about it was the what if shit. And it's just 30 minutes, less than that. But it's really so you kind of think of
technically this movie is what makes that canon.
Yeah,
officially.
Just these moments. If one little thing happens in the universe, it changes the whole bitch. And then, like, you know, even the Avengers level event changes completely.
Speaking of which, that's gonna be a thing
the zombie episode I thought was gonna be dumb as fuck. And then, like, it was pretty fucking good because it made sense.
See, I haven't watched all of What If, but I know what I have seen of it and what I've seen of everything else in the MCU related to the MCU, things that we may have questioned in the MCU and surrounding shit. Anybody, I guess that's not really a crazy thing to tell you. Anybody that has dream, it changes things. Put it like that. Anybody you've ever seen had a dream on screen, this movie changes you seeing that dream significantly. And they can pick and prod at those little things too, just from the backlog. To make other shit make sense later, like which is also might play into that next Avengers movie that I'm thinking might happen.
But this is the goddamn, I swear to God, if they don't cut me a $250 million check by the end of my lifetime, I'm gonna be mad about it. This is why Disney's whole shit, what they got with Lucasfilm, that they're currently doing now, and who's running Lucasfilm, and what they got with Kevin Feige, and was running with Marvel is golden with the streaming service. because you can make other shit make sense that you are filling gaps between shows and just run. You can do
It's
one
like
off.
literally doing a comic book. That's how you write a comic book. You start with a story, you go with a good one,
and you
anything that don't make sense later, you make up for it later on.
And you
make it all make sense later.
Make it make sense.
It's literally how you do it. He's just doing the live action version.
I'm loving what Lucasfilm is doing, bro. Like, you making the rest of the Star Wars story of the shit that we don't get in the trilogies of the movies make sense.
Nobody likes it, but yeah. Nobody likes any of them, apparently. But yeah, you're right.
Likes any of what?
The Star Wars movies.
Not the I'm gonna say the last trilogy is trash.
So I'm talking about the new ones. Nobody likes those.
No. We talking about the other shit, like the Obi-Wan Kenobi. What I'm saying is like Obi-Wan Kenobi shit making sense to A New Hope and how
Didn't that drop today or something?
No, it drops next Friday. This upcoming Friday.
I don't know who that was I saw talking about. Maybe they were talking about it about to come out. I could have sworn I saw somebody like trying to give a review about it.
No, it comes out this this upcoming Friday. Obi-Wan Kenobi makes sense to, because what you do know in A New Hope is that Luke Skywalker knows who Obi-Wan Kenobi is. He knows him as O-Ben.
Yeah.
But he's still that nigga as far. He's a Jedi Master, yo. Like, you trying to hunt him.
Facts.
And there is I went down the YouTube wormhole. There's a whole fucking year one story on Darth Vader, and this nigga's brutal in year one. Like,
that's on that page I'll be watching, that comic story.
Yeah,
I seen that one. That shit
year one. That I was like, this nigga was wild. Like,
he was ruthless with motherfuckers. Ruthless, like, for real.
No Easy E, nigga. No Drake. No MC Ren. Yellow wasn't nowhere near to be found. It was crazy. Like, he was, oh my God.
He ain't give a fuck about the Palpatine, none of that shit.
None. And it was when I seen, like, we broke it down where he was talking about how, like, because of the suit and shit and how it was new and the skin that was all fucked up from being burnt, where it's like irritating his skin, and it was like, or irritating him, and it was really fucking with him and shit, making him more pissed off. I'm like,
he was walking around in pain all the time.
All the time. So now you really mad. Like, you mad that you have to get up for this.
Like, that's the Darth Vader you think the Darth Vader is in the movie, in the comic. Like, that's the one you like. If you piss him off, that's what's gonna happen to you.
I just got to keep seeing more Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen coming back to redo the role. I want to see how.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, good. He's coming back to. Everybody who's coming back is coming back. Ewan McGregor is still Obi-Wan Kenobi.
With the Obi-Wan, then.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I was gonna be able to watch it. I'm gonna have to fuck with it.
Nigga, you remember who was Jango Fett, dude's face and everything, and like he was like the original clone.
Sure. No, off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Oh, anyway, he's still Jango Fett. Boba Fett. He's Boba Fett. The same guy.
That's crazy.
Like, they kept it like going, same people the whole night. Boba Fett's fire. Like, Boba Fett,
Billy D.
No, he's Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, that's Lando. Right.
But he was in the last trilogy.
What am I thinking about? I don't keep up on my Star Wars, nigga.
I'm gonna say, like, that shit it's all cohesive though. Jon Favreau's over there, Robert Rodriguez is over there. Like, they got this shit going, litty. Like, for real. I'm not gonna say on live to anybody what I think they should do next, because I feel like they would snake my idea about it. But it'd be a dope little miniseries. It'd be dope. I'm not saying that shit out loud though, because I feel like we spied on, because a lot of our ideas we like snake.
I mean, I've always had that theory, but you never know.
Somebody that's an executive at Disney listens to this podcast. I swear to God they do.
I hope so. And they need to send the fucking bag if they do.
Oh, but that's why I said if I find out if somebody's been stealing our ideas from this pot, you cut me $250 million check off the rip.
I mean,
it's not up for discussion. I split it with you.
Oh no, I want my own check. Fuck a split. If they took from this podcast, they owe 2 checks.
That's a part of the $250 million. That's why I asked for $250 million. So we split that.
It sounds like 500 million to me, or 500 million to me.
Yeah, then we're going to court, and we ain't got time for that. We could have just got the check a long time. We don't get right back to the same point, nigga. We just got the check, got it over with. Like, let's just get it over with. You get your 125, I get my 125. We Gucci.
Yeah.
I race you in my Kotak, nigga.
It is Disney though. I just want to get them for as much as possible. So I want to feel good when I go spend their money at their park.
You know what? What's the name? Do it right. Fucking Favreau, Rodriguez, and them. They doing it right because they directing and they writing, and that's where the cash is for that. Yeah. Because you can keep
and producing.
Yeah, and producing, you can keep getting it. Yeah. Like you don't have to be one of the actors getting low ball of that shit.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? They making the shit really happen. So, and damn, what's the chick? There's a chick over there too now that's been doing her thing. I can't remember her name, but she doing like, so there's like a trio of them motherfuckers that's really doing some shit. A white man, a Mexican, and a woman. All they missing is a nigga that can run fast, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like they kinging over there. They ain't even got to do nothing. And Favreau started the Marvel shit. He's happy.
Oh yeah, I'm already hip.
That's Happy. Happy started all of this.
I'm already hip, bro. Happy been in the game.
Low key, if they ain't give Happy at least $500 million, they selfish. That's selfish.
Happy selfish. Probably got $500 million already. He probably got that.
No, I'm telling you, my next contract better be $500 million. I don't give a fuck what I've accumulated in the past 15 years. You giving me $500 million for the next 5. Period. Yeah. Like period. I started this.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like no extra shit. No, like, you know what I'm saying? No being cocky about it. Like, you started it. If you don't go out yourself with Robert Downey and Kate for Robert Downey and Kate for Iron Man and do this shit yourself, direct it, help write it, star in it next to Robert Downey in the movie to make sure this shit happens, you don't get an MCU. You don't get an MCU. You don't get that shit flowing. Yeah. Then
none of this shit.
Then possibly
10 years, 15 years.
And then possibly when Lucasfilm, sells to Disney, they don't ask you to come over to help do the shit.
Right.
And if they don't make you come over to help do the shit that's functioning now doesn't happen without you. It doesn't happen the same. So if I'm him, just off the rip, just saying that, looking at the top exec, like, yo, if you don't give me $500 million right now,
we're gonna have a problem.
Nigga, I was on Friends 25 years ago. I was on Friends, my nigga.
I said that boy been getting money, dog.
But he been getting money, but it's like, this is something different. You changing the culture. You making this come to life. the shit that people love, like I, my brother, so many others, you come to life in front of our very eyes. And we as adults enjoy it. And as adults, nigga, I can't wait to fucking take my daughter to Comic-Con dressed as Baby Yoda and shit.
Yeah.
And me in a Mando costume and shit. And my wife in a Princess Leia costume and shit. I can't wait for that moment.
You a basic bitch.
How am I basic?
Cause you would go with them 3 outfits for your family Comic-Con trip. That's some basic bitch shit.
Yeah. I'm Mando. I got baby Grogu, nigga. And my woman's small. She Princess Leia. God damn it.
That's like the Star Wars family basic bitch kit.
Excuse me, Jabba. Nigga.
You got that wrong, bitch. I believe my name is Lando.
Oh, no, you a Jabba ass nigga.
I didn't had a perm longer than I had slaves. Nigga, stop it.
That's debatable. And you don't drink enough Coke 45 to be Lando, nigga.
Right. I drink Hennessy. It's just as good.
Oh, you not no Lando, nigga.
I'm definitely.
You know what?
Lando.
You know what?
I'm definitely multiverse.
Next
Lando.
Michigan Comic-Con and shit. When is it?
I think probably in about 6 weeks.
You plan the shit. You go as Chewie. I go as Han Solo. Bet.
Fuck it. I had to find a Chewie costume, but fuck it. I'm with it.
I'm with the shit. I am with the shits. I would change it up every year.
Same spot it was at last year. I think it was either in June or July. So it's either like probably it's got to be in the next 6 to 8 weeks because I know it's in June or July.
I was driving with the Stormtrooper mask on down the street when I went to go see Force Awakens, nigga. It was real. It was real that night.
Hell no.
Stormtrooper mask, nigga. When I walked up to the counter, they couldn't even see my face. It was like, oh shit, we already know.
We get it.
They didn't even have just a midnight show. They had a midnight, like a 1:30 and like a 2:30. I was at the 2.
I knew niggas wasn't playing.
Bruh. It was me.
See that shit.
Fam. That was when I found out about Creed, the Creed movies. And that was fire. I ran into this.
You just reminded me. God damn it. You know what they previewed in that damn Doctor Strange movie?
Creed 3?
No, it would have been a better waste of my time for an advertisement. Fucking Avatar 2. No one cares, James. No one fucking cares.
Pause.
It looks the same. Hey, spoiler alert. It looks the same.
Look. I'm hear me out, man. This is what James doesn't understand, but we understand. This is why you mad. And this is why I'm gonna tell you why you mad. This is what being good homie hey, this is what being a good homie is about, dog. We talked about this in the therapy session at the first half of this podcast that we did yesterday. So I'm being a good homie right now.
You were not being a good homie.
What you mean?
I don't believe you were being a good homie when we talked about that. I think you were wrong.
Not that part. I'm standing about that part. But I'm talking about when God damn it. Like you done got me all fucked up about the shit. What were we talking about? Hi.
Nigga, I was talking about Doctor Strange.
That's a lot. That was the whole thing.
I don't remember exactly what I said before that, nigga. No.
God damn it. I was like, you like when I responded to you, it threw me off my whole shit.
Oh, you said you was being a bad homie.
Yeah. Avatar. And like Avatar and the good homie shit.
Yeah.
So I think this is the thing about James Cameron and the bad homie thing. So for him, he don't understand. Just sometimes you don't understand when you're being a bad homie and you're being a good homie. That sometimes all you got to do is deliver. all you got to do to be the number one weed man from the number 2 to number 5 and number 6 weed man and just deliver. We don't give a fuck sometimes how good the weed is. Just deliver the goddamn weed because I know you got it. If I know you got it,
You have
I
such
know
a low standard for weed.
No. Understand?
If that's the case.
No, if I know you got it, I know you got something that I've already ordered or have supply of that can get me stoned. So just deliver. We know what James Cameron can do as far as direction can get you cinematically stoned. But the problem is if you hold on to the shit for so fucking long and you just like, yo, I'm trying to deliver the best that I can, but all we need is deliverance, nigga. Just deliver. I don't need the greatest fucking 3D in the world. I do not.
It's 2022, right? You about 13 years?
Yeah.
Late after I barely gave a fucking 2009. And I bought into the IMAX bullshit. I'm gonna go.
He was supposed to be working on that movie after
great.
Titanic, my nigga.
That was
the first
10-year gap right there. Yeah, that's a 10-year. It took you 10 years to make that fucking movie.
Look,
if you started that movie in 99 and it didn't come out till 09.
This is Kyrie.
Most of that technology.
This is Kyrie inefficiency.
So this is Kyrie.
This is Kyrie inefficiency. This is why I tell you why. You know why? You want to know why? Because it's James Cameron directed the first Terminator movie. Classic.
Great. Titanic.
Wait. No, wait. Before you even get to Titanic, he directed the second Terminator movie, which is one of I would say top eight favorite movies of all time. Cinematically, for what that movie was, especially on DVD at the time, was greatness. Like watching that shit, even going to Orlando studios and seeing the show with the live gunfire.
Fucking merch from that damn ride. That ride don't even exist no more. I got merch from it, nigga.
I saw the show with the live gunfire.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like
and the actual ride they had, because they had a little 3D ride too.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did have a 3D ride. Yeah.
And the gift shop after all that.
After all of that, it was always a gift shop. But it was like this shit was like Terminator 2 was the shit. Which was not too many years in between. I think it was maybe, I think that shit came out in 86, 87. I know Terminator 2
came out in like 98.
No, it was 92. Pretty sure it was 92. I gotta look that up. But I'm pretty sure that was 92. 91.
Oh, damn. Huh. I guess it was just so popular. I saw it all the time in the late 90s.
Yeah. But anyway, that was 91. And matter of fact, I'm going to do Terminator 1 because it's just to further my point. Because
what, 88 to 91, nigga? That's 4 years. 5 years. 3 years. I can't count. It's 5 in the morning.
84 to 91, nigga? That's 7 years.
You said 84. I thought you said it came out 88.
I thought it was 88, but I'm looking at it right now. October 26, 1984. That's the release date.
So, yeah. That's still shorter than fucking 91 to 99. Yes. And then 99 to 09. And then 09 to 22.
bruh. So what I'm saying is like you starting to lack in efficiency as far as releasing on a regular. You're starting to really lack in efficiency as far as what you are able to do
Not a good average
and
guy.
to deliver.
It's not a great
And
average, buddy.
at a certain point, and this is what I'm starting to understand as an adult for my love of cinema. You just love certain people's work for the way that they do it.
Yeah.
As long as you just get it.
I think
Like,
Jerry Bruckheimer's an asshole, but I like the way he blows shit up.
I think Michael
Bay
Bay.
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
too.
Michael Bay is the same way. Like
That's who I meant,
Michael,
not Jerry Bruckheimer. It was Michael
no.
Bay. They
Yeah,
always
Michael,
work together. That's why I get them mixed up. But Michael Bay, that's what I'm talking about.
Michael Bay shoot like Yao Ming at the free throw line. Like he shoot better than Shaq, but it doesn't go in all the time. Like it you know, that's just who he. I hate David Ayer movies, but
I like him. I like it. See, that's a great example. I like his style of doing shit. It's always dark and weird looking. It's never the best movie, but it looks good to me. I like the way Bright looked. I thought the story was fucking retarded in GTA. I forgot on Twitch.
I was actually highly upset at the fact that the motherfuckers really, really, really was like, yo, yeah, we know and we understand from the perception that Bright sucks as a movie, but we're gonna green light 2 more Bright movies to make it more make sense. No, just don't do that.
Has that been what he's been working on? I was wondering where he went. Has that been what he's been doing?
Who?
Dave Ayers.
I think he's
didn't
doing.
He just do a Batista movie? I still gotta watch that. He just did like a Batista zombie movie or something like a year or two ago.
Low key, and this is what I will say. The fucking like his shit with fuck, what's it called? Not Day of the Dead.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the movie I'm talking about, I think. It's on Netflix.
It's not called Day of the Dead. It's called something shit. No,
it's not Dawn of the Dead.
That's a different David. There's a David Ayers that played hockey. Air. Okay. What's the name of that shit? That's The Tax Collector sucked. I will say that. That movie was fucking god awful. We weren't doing Let That Bitch Breathe at that time, but that fucking movie was god awful.
What was it about? Or who was in it?
One of the random Mexican homies and Shia LaBeouf. And Shia LaBeouf went.
Was that the one where he was like a cop or something? He was like on coke or some shit. He was a cop and was trying to like, or he was like a Mexican dealer or some shit like that, or he was playing a Mexican.
He wasn't playing a Mexican. He was playing a Jewish nigga that was down with the Mexican cartel that was being ran over.
Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't see it. I heard about
it. Yeah, I don't think that's him. For the because he directed End of Watch. End of Watch wasn't bad. Suicide Squad was terrible. Fury was good. Tax Collector's terrible. Bright's bad. I don't know what Street Kings was good. I don't know what he did for Training Day. That's a Antoine Fuqua movie, but it's not. No, who the fuck? Damn, it's the zombie movie on fucking Netflix. I can't remember what the name of it is, and I watched that shit. It's fire.
Look at Batista. Oh, that nigga's name is Dave.
Army of the Dead. That's what it is. Army of the Dead. That shit was fire. There's a prequel to that too.
Why is that not on this list? He directed U571. That was a good movie. SWAT was a good movie. Fast and the Furious 1 is arguably a good movie.
Did he direct that though? Because they even had I didn't look, but they had him under Training Day, and I know that's Antoine Fuqua.
Oh no, he didn't direct it. It was Rob Cohen.
That's why I said I don't know. Army of Thieves is what is the other one, the prequel to Army of the Dead.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. I meant to watch that shit when it dropped.
Yeah, Army of the Dead and Army of Thieves is pretty dope. They actually have a like a cartoon movie show that's coming out for Netflix and shit that's gonna explain more to the story of it, because it's like a whole like universe to it. And there's the fuck. Yeah, there's a lot. There's another live action one that's coming out that's gonna be taking place after the events of Army of the Dead.
Yeah, I remember. I think I saw a review on how that ended. I just didn't actually watch the movie.
I will tell you this, because Army of the Dead comes out first and Army of Thieves comes out second. Watch Army of Thieves first, then Army of the Dead second, because that's how it plays out in like the timeline order.
All right.
But it's pretty dope. Like I appreciated it. Like it was dope. Like I actually had an option of watching that with someone specifically, and I chose not to because I'm just like, I just want to watch this movie. I don't want a commentary behind it. Right. But it's a very fucking good movie. Like if you get stoned by yourself, watch it by yourself, get that shit off. It's a dope movie.
For sure. I'll fuck with it. I gotta catch up on a lot of shit. I gotta start doing like reviews and shit. I'm gonna start trying to do like more like a you know, like the little white chick I showed you. Like I want to do like more like a deep dive like that.
You gotta do what's the name? Snowfall. You gotta watch Snowfall.
I was thinking about that when I finish it. I'm gonna do that shit.
That was another reason I'll help you with that one.
Twice.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely help you with Snowfall one, like for sure. Because I love that shit, bro. Like I might.
Because I wasn't gonna do it episode by episode either. I would just want to make like one long ass video.
My admiration for the American drug kingpin is it's I understood after watching Snowfall and deep dive that I went into and what I looked at as far as my YouTube algorithm. I'm like, damn, student of the game. That's all it was, student of the game. And then like that's it.
Say whatever I didn't know, I didn't found it out, bitch.
Nigga, like I ordered like The Godfather as a book by Mario Puzo like last week.
Did you see it? No, you ain't got Paramount Plus. You probably ain't seen that commercial. They doing a TV show about
the making of The Godfather.
How the movie came out or whatever.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Paramount Plus to do another promo so I can do it, because I'm not paying for it right now. But I want to see it simply because Michael Ribisi is in that. Not I think his name is Michael Ribisi. No, Giovanni Ribisi. That's what the name is. I respect him as an actor. So if he doing some, if he doing some shit,
probably kind of dope.
It's probably kind of dope. Miles Teller he's been in some dope movies too, like War Dogs and shit. So I'm like, I want to see this shit.
Oh yeah, that dude, he's good too.
Yeah, but I want to see the whole thing. I didn't want to week by week.
Like, is it out already? I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's been out since mid-April, I think.
Like I said,
I don't know if all the episodes out.
I last time I saw anything about it, it was when I started watching Halo, and I told you I saw a review on Halo. I watched the first 2 episodes, kind of fell off of it. I watched a couple reviews on it. It's not even worth picking back up.
I was mad at because as many times as I've seen all the Godfathers, I was mad about how much I didn't know because I didn't read the book, and I fell down a wormhole on YouTube, and I was like, nigga, this motherfucker, like Michael's bodyguard has a whole fucking backstory. I had no idea about this shit. Like, he has a real legit, like, purpose. Like, for real. Like, he's the new Luca Brasi for real. And I had no idea because he's not portrayed like that in the films. So I'm like, I gotta read
shit like that. You gotta like. That's why when it's adapted, motherfuckers usually go to the book.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I gotta read like the Godfather, the book.
I never thought about that. I might have to buy that book.
Yeah, the Godfather Returns, the Sicilian. There's one other one. I found out like there's a real whole saga.
That's what I'm saying. I guess the movies are so big. I never thought about the fact that they are based on a book and there is a bigger story in the book.
It's Mario Puzo's The Godfather, directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
But like I said, the movie has become itself such a thing that you don't even think about the book. Even looking at the cover of it, you don't go, "Oh yeah, that book was great." You go, "This is a great fucking movie."
What's crazy was this is how you know you just like don't pay attention to certain shit in life sometimes when you just be stoned. I love the Rocky movies and I love the Godfather movies. I didn't put together until maybe last year. The Adrian is fucking Michael's sister in The Godfather. And not only that, that's Francis Ford Coppola's sister. I was like, yo.
That's a hilarious Easter egg. I didn't know that.
I was like, yo, whoa. Keep it in the family, I guess. You know what I mean? I was, because I'm like, I know you from somewhere. Like, I'm rewatching the Rocky movies because I love them shit. I'm like, I know Adrian from some movie. I just can't put my mind to it. And it was Godfather.
That's hilarious.
That's Michael's sister. And I was like, that's crazy. And Francis Ford Coppola is from Detroit.
Yeah, I know that.
So it's like, yeah, I gotta read these shits. I gotta see what it plays out. But the way I read it, the summary, Godfather 1 and 2 is pretty much covered in the majority of it's covered in just the one Godfather book, the first one. Godfather Returns covers more of young Vito and the rest of the story that happens in between. The Sicilian actually covers everything that happens after Michael kills motherfuckers in the cafe, and to the point to where he comes back. And I'm like, oh shit, there's like this whole saga to it. Like, I gotta
own thing.
Yeah, I gotta read, like, for real. You know what I mean? So I'm not stupid. Like, I really want to watch it, like read this shit now. You know what I mean? Like, Godfather's something.
I feel it.
Lord to the Godfather. Let's get the fuck out of here, though.
Shit on. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess if y'all make it to this point in the podcast,
we love y'all.
We really like this podcast.
And we love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all.
Like this, because just sitting through the first hour, just audio wise, is a lot. So if you skip through a bit, you'll find the better pockets. It's probably mostly at the end because you can actually see and hear us.
Yeah,
but
we love y'all. We love the fact that y'all rocking with us through this experiment that we doing and keeping this shit flowing for y'all. We love y'all. We love doing this shit.
New shit.
You know what I mean?
All over again.
You watching us figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Like, some people like watching people figure out how to beat bosses on video games. Y'all watching us figure out how to beat the bosses that are trying to like manipulate and control us through delivering this audio dope to you. And we beat it every time.
Isn't it ironic how every other week seems to be something? And
They trying to
every
stop
week,
us.
every other week, we still get the episode out, bitch. Ha ha, fuck you.
I thought I told you that we gonna stop. Like I thought I told you that we gonna stop.
Like Diddy said, bitch, we uncanceling the cancel. We're gonna have
Low-key,
Harvey Weinstein there, we have R. Kelly there, Andy Warhol's dead body, motherfucking who's the boy? Robert Blake, motherfucking all the terrible people. I think that's what he meant. I don't know.
He's gonna invite all the terrible people. Don't invite dead Virgil. That's fucked up. That's on Diddy. They're like, that's on Diddy.
Diddy is petty.
And I will share this with you, bro. We should remake Head of State. That's what we should do. We should do that.
Somebody's got to do that, and that is hilarious. That's something to think about right there for sure.
You Bernie Mac, man.
Obviously,
you could definitely play my brother, bro. You could definitely play. I'm running for Maze. I'm doing Maze. I got to. I'm gonna talk to Dave about that too. That would be some shit. We do a hood nigga version of Head of State. Head of State. That's hard. We do that.
And just make it look as good as possible. That would be fire.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I can't really run for president and shit because it's illegal. But we can make that shit happen.
Yeah. I mean, you can still do mayor.
I could do mayor.
Yeah. And that's what that movie was about, mayor. So
no, it was about president, but he was an alderman.
Right. Started as the alderman. That's what I thought. It started as mayor, right? Started as the alderman and is president, right?
Nah, like that nigga just got his ultimate repo, nigga. He wasn't mayor. Like,
no, I said he was the alderman dude, but I thought he was a mayor.
No,
I thought that's where it is.
I was like, you heard it ain't dog, nigga, and his car just got repoed. Like you heard that nigga, like you. And we gotta get Nate Dogg's son to do the fucking soundtrack. We gotta get that.
Say keep it Detroit. I was gonna say get a Motown Ty come in there, bitch. Y'all don't know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like.
Look, fam. We gotta capitalize on young Nate Dogg's son being signed to death row. We gotta capitalize off this as much as we can. We have to.
I'm with that.
We have to, son. It's like, yo. That
shit is.
It's one. Yeah, we gotta capitalize off it, bro. It don't work no other way.
I feel it. We're gonna have to find out a way to hit up Snoop at death row. How do you send mail to death row? Can you still send mail to a record company these days? I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think you got an email. Yeah. You got an email. Who got the email for death row?
Somebody do. It's probably not that hard to find.
I want a death row chain.
I want a Rockefeller chain more.
I want a death row chain. I really do. I'm
good on not getting a death row chain.
I need a death row chain.
I guess it's different now that Snoop owns it. But I guess historically it's been like, I guess now that Snoop owns it, it's a little different.
I would ask Snoop if Snoop did sign us for the podcast for this shit. I would ask him, could I have an historic death row chain? Like, not one with the dog on it. And it's not nothing against you. I just really want an historic death row chain. If not, I'll just take whatever you get. Like, if not, I'm just asking. I want the old one. I want the old one just because.
The old one seems to have bad energy on it. Nigga. Give me the new one. Fuck that. Give me the new one.
I know I'm not the only nigga to ever say this out loud, but I'm just gonna say it. out loud. You ain't gonna Tupac me. I'm sorry. Like that. That's just not gonna happen. No.
I ain't
I'm sorry.
talking about just Tupac, nigga. A lot of niggas at that label that wore that chain had a lot of fucking problems.
Yeah, but
and the chain wasn't the best image to be wearing on your chest either, nigga.
Yeah,
just energy wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the best thing. But yeah, this podcast about to be 4 hours, man. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
It's about to be 4 hours.
We're at 3.5, nigga.
Right. Yeah, I do gotta go to sleep because I gotta be at work and be employed for the white man tomorrow. Unfortunately.
All right.
Still slaving. But shout out to everybody across the pond, across the world. Love y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Episode 205, Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. We in this bitch. We out this bitch. It's been a pleasure, as always. Peace, God.
Peace.